Soon as we step on the mic, man, you notice the difference. Heavenly blessed with the melanin, baby, you know that we winning. No time for the long talk, got 120 on the clock. Wednesday, 8 through 10, all the bad vibes better stop. Cause you gotta come with that energy. Casual convos, baby, come down and just sit with me. Lil' Coco be spitting that remedy. Casual convos, baby, come down and just sit with me. You better take this shit serious. She dropping knowledge, no hidden, it's free for the play. Tap it right now if you curious. We got the ham radio going lit every age. We go from people to family to pilots. Stay with me if you got something to say. You know it's important if we go acknowledge. Speak on the business and get out the way. What you gonna say about my mama? She winning, you rockhead.
Welcome to Casual Convo Show. It is Wednesday. It's 8 p.m. on the East Coast. That's what we do every Wednesday. Welcome to Casual Convo Show, where we had conversations about topics, about personal, business, relationship. We talk about all that stuff. We had a casual convo, so you don't have the tough convo. I am the co-host, Bosco from the Bronx. And to my left is the lovely, the wild and out, Coco in the building.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. What up, yo?
Yo, what's going on? So I'm apologize now because I think I'm having technical difficulties. I don't know if it's because of the weather, but yeah.
Good.
So, how are you today?
Oh, it's good. I dealt with my daughter today, as you know. She had me working today.
Yeah, because you was yelling in my ear.
That's how we talk. Hey, when you talk to her straight up, she is loud. My daughter talks loud. So when I talk to her, I talk loud. She got a big mouth for a small person.
Hey, Quentin. What she get it
What
on?
up, you?
Oh, she get it honestly. She get it from you.
Nah, she get it from that arm, the military. That's who did it to me.
So we
oh, here she is, the Jew.
Hey, y'all.
Right on time.
Trying to get my stuff together.
Oh, no worries. We just getting started. So we got a whole lot to cover.
With that
There's
hacker
been a lot
profile.
going on. I know we missed last week, so we do apologize. Oh, before we start, congratulations, Bosco, on completing your radiation.
Hey, yo, thank you for everyone who supported me. Of course, everyone on the show. Everyone supported me. I appreciate it. Because I always say there's some days I have down days, but all of you bring me up. So I'm like, Gemini, baby.
And happy belated birthday, Prince, Kendrick Lamar, and Kanye. Happy birthday, y'all.
Hold up. Wait a minute. You left out somebody.
Oh, happy birthday, Rich Hand Radio.
No. Yeah, Rich too.
Oh, happy belated birthday, Mike. I said, Tupac.
Tupac.
Tupac. And he was first.
Tupac.
Look, and I posted him.
That's why I posted this something like that, like Tupac.
My bad. Happy birthday, Tupac.
He'd have been what, 57, I think? He'd have been?
I think so.
Yeah.
What's I about to say? Oh, so outside of that, yeah, it's still Gemini season.
Yeah.
So
even
it's
next,
even when it's always a hater in the
it
way.
ain't over. We taking over Cancer season too.
Typical Pisces shit.
We got Cancer season 2. We taking over that too. Gemini got this. They just sit their asses down.
You know, we don't know how to start.
It's a house.
All right, so let's get into the mental health check-in because we got a lot to cover. I don't want to be here and all that. So you want to go first while I do this for Quentin?
Yeah. It's been so. It's been okay. After the radiation treatment, everything's good, but you still have those days where you're not feeling good, and that takes your mental down. But like I said, I got a supportive cast here in my family. My daughters, they keep me up. Cause like I said, my youngest said she's gonna take over the world, so I got to be here for that. So I got to stay in a positive mental state. So I'm good. I'm good. That's what she told me. She said you got to be around when I take over the world. I said, bet. So I got to be there. I got to have my mind there to be there with her, to support her. So, Paris Featherstone, that's my daughter. Valise.
Jude, you want to go? I know. Oh, you still getting ready.
Oh, no, my mental health is fine. No, I'm sitting down. My mental health is fine.
Hey, Katie.
Hey, y'all.
Oh shit! Uh.
I love
it.
it.
Can I just say, I really love you with the bush.
I do
Thank you,
too,
boo.
man.
I like the braids. Hey,
That's
Paul.
you. There he
I
is.
love the braids. And I
That's
Listen.
you, Jude. That is you.
Thank you,
That's
boo.
how you gotta be.
No, I love when you do your natural hair, like when you wear your hair, and that's because your hair is like long and flowing when you do your twist out. But that bush
Oh, yeah,
is
because
a
you know the
statement
hat.
piece for you.
That's
Like,
the define right there. That's it.
yeah,
That defines you, man. For
this
real.
my Juneteenth outfit today, as y'all see. Black, smart,
Yes.
powerful. And then I got my, my little unks, man.
The
With the
Angela
bush.
Davis. The Angela Davis.
Just saying,
Yes.
The Angela
my,
Davis.
my mental health is good. Life is good. Things are
There he
good,
is, my man
Oh,
from
what's
the
up? What's up?
No,
Bronx.
we just
Q.
missing one.
He got his black power shirt too.
Well, everybody on
You
time.
feel?
So,
Y'all see what he got on, right? Show it, Q. Raise it up, Q.
sit down. Sit down, Q. Sit down.
You know what,
PX in
Q?
the building.
You know what, Q? Let me come through with this real quick.
Hey,
Hold
Jude,
up.
don't go nowhere. Don't run.
Uh-oh,
I
G.
ain't
You
running.
about to go get something.
I ain't running.
Oh,
Uh-oh,
Lord
somebody get
have
something else.
mercy. Damn
I
it.
ain't
Uh-oh.
running.
Damn it.
Had to
That's
slug
an
it
old
out real
thing.
quick.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Okay.
man. Don't let me go outside and get my Giants flag off the porch.
Don't nobody want to
I
see
want to
that.
get
Oh, Lord.
great at this.
Nobody want to see that. Nobody want.
Yeah, look, at all. At all. All right, so everybody came in here just in time. We still on mental health check-in. We have a
Yeah.
lot to cover.
Yeah.
So before we finish the mental health check-in, because I know things sometimes get a little,
Yeah. We know.
So tonight, everybody's gonna get a go. We got a lot to cover. We're gonna be quick, but please pay attention to the private chat.
Yeah.
All right. Hello, my child. Tage is in the building. Shout out to YouTube.
What up, Tage?
Oh, see.
I'll go last. Paul, do you want to go with your mental health check-in, or you want to skip? I mean, it's optional. So
Hey, good evening, everybody. I'm doing pretty good. So, no complaints. No complaints. Hello, Judy. Hello, Chanel.
hey,
Quinn. You.
That's the Q.
Courtney,
Hey,
you want to go?
Idris. Hold up. I ain't finished
Oh, you
speaking to
not
y'all.
done? I'm
No,
sorry.
Idris. I don't see you, but we're going to have to hook up, man. We got some things on the agenda here. I'm getting ready to hook up. We're gonna need somebody to DJ and kind of stuff. I hope you might be filling up to us and get you up out of the house and stuff, get you involved in some stuff.
Okay. Hell yeah. I ain't
Okay.
working right now, so hell yeah.
Okay.
Let me know if you
Tage
need
in the
somebody to
place.
sing, Paul. I'll come and sing.
Okay.
I
We
bet.
ain't got much money to pay you though, but now you welcome to come and sing.
That's right.
You might be discovered down here.
About to do
That's
that.
You
You,
might
fine.
get
That's
discovered in
fine.
these little mountains.
you gotta do a pro bono. Yep. You might get discovered here.
I'm all right with pro bono. Just understand what y'all gonna get. Y'all gonna get the best of the best.
All right, bet.
Okay.
Hey, we
Y'all
here.
know every time I say we got a lot to cover and we got
Oh,
moving along,
We got
y'all
some good
y'all
apples.
good on
oh,
Black people time and drag it.
We got some good
oh.
apples here, Jude. We get you some apples, man.
Look at the co-host though. Look at the co-host though. Every
Oh,
time
me?
he the
Oh, my
main
bad.
one.
My
We
bad.
get in trouble. We get in trouble.
My
Shh.
bad. Let's keep it moving. Keep it moving.
It's always the co-host. Quentin, how are you, my love? How are you? You're on mute as usual.
You on mute, Q? You on mute, Q? You on
You're on
mute,
mute.
Q? You on mute, Q?
You're on
Keep it
mute.
quiet.
Yo, Q,
I
you
need
on
to
mute, man.
stop using
Keep
that
it
earpiece.
quiet.
You on mute, man. We can't hear you.
And we still can't hear
We
you.
can't hear you, man.
We see your teeth, but we still cannot hear you.
I think you can hear him. We can't hear you. Hey,
He's
fix your
smiling
mic.
his
We
little
gonna
heart
move
out.
on to the next guy.
Well, Quentin is working on
Yeah.
his
He
sound.
always got to with the dead mic.
I'll go. I'm gonna say my mental health is good.
Mhm.
I did want to mention something.
Yeah.
Because I know oftentimes, and I think probably like 2 shows ago, I'm not even sure if this person is watching, but
Mhm.
we were talking about how a lot of times in like our professional lives, a lot of times Black women are not as congratulating or motivating in professional spaces, right? So I would like to say I had a great experience
Mhm.
and with someone that I hardly talk to. And that's not a bad thing. You know how like professionally you're like, hello, good morning, da 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 da,
Yeah,
and then you kind of keep it going.
yeah.
But one particular day, I don't know, I'm coming out of my shell for some things.
Hmm.
So and I'm also for us professionally, I wanna
Can you hear
talk to
me?
people
Yeah,
and
Uh,
yeah.
yeah,
I like to talk to people in roles that are where I want to be, right?
yeah.
And I'm learning to not hold myself back, but embrace opening conversations with people.
Right, right.
So I just started talking to her and I asked a couple questions and she was very welcoming.
Hmm.
Um, we talked for an extended period of time, which was great. She gave me some critique. I think me and Jude talked about this as well. She critiqued me,
Hmm.
but it wasn't offensive. It
Right.
was very relatable, but she also gave me some good insight, some good advice,
Uh huh.
you know, and also she was like, you know, we could talk almost like want to take me under her wing to mentor me.
Right.
And I thought that was great. So what I want to say is I think more often than not, it's okay to have conversations with people that you probably normally wouldn't talk to, and
Yeah.
they may be more welcoming than not. So it was just good to see another person or woman that looked like me
Hmm.
embrace me in that way, and also say, you know, and it wasn't like in your face. And some of the things I was like, no, that makes sense. That definitely sound like me.
Yeah.
But she just gave me the advice to pull it all together, but make it my own. Do that make sense?
Yeah.
So that gave me a sense of it boosted my confidence though, because she also gave me some pointers on what she saw that I was
Mhm.
already strong in, but that I can lead with. You know what I mean? Different things like just how to navigate to get to the goal,
Yeah.
reach my
Yeah.
career goal.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of cool. So it boosted my confidence, and it also opened me up to have other conversations and tough conversations with people,
Hmm.
professionally, personally, and all of those things. But it just also opened that door and window of what we talk about up here all the time, as far as like communication
Hmm.
and how openness is okay.
Right.
And it's almost like that practice what you preach thing. So I
Yeah.
think that was like great. Um, so yes, I'm gonna say my mental health is good. I had a boost in confidence. I took the advice and I'm moving forward with it.
Word.
Quentin, are
Word.
you ready?
yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like,
First of all, I want to give a shout out to Bosco. I
turn
saw
it
him
up,
ringing the bell.
turn it up,
I saw him. What?
turn it up. Your
It's up.
volume.
My volume's all the way up.
I can hear him.
You sound far away though.
Not to
He
me.
is, ain't
Nah, it sound.
Nothing
Nah, it
here
sound.
in my mouth.
It sound. It sound clear to me. It sound. It sound more like HD to me. It sound good to me.
Hey yo, first of
Yeah.
all, shout out to Bosco. You know what I'm saying? I saw him ringing the bell. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Appreciate it.
You know, that's that Bronx thing. Yeah, I got the truck driver headset. I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's cool.
You know what I mean? Because that's what I do. I'm different. I'm
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
different. I've always been that way. Very different.
Yeah. True
But
that.
you know what I'm saying? Mental health wise, I'm good. You
Yeah.
know, still grinding, still trying to, get that gig or whatever. But I'm keeping my spirits up because everybody going through it. Everybody going
Yeah.
through the whole unemployment situation with
Yeah.
this crazy economy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've been out 9 months, so you know
Has
what
it
I'm
been that
saying?
long?
Yeah, it's been that
Man,
long.
it don't seem like it. Dang.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm like,
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah.
Just do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
It's in God's hands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But all I do is crack jokes. You know what I'm saying? You saw that. You saw that, Bosco, because
Yup.
I was roasting people on Facebook.
Yeah.
Everybody want to be a soldier until it's time to be a soldier.
Booyah. Oh, you was killing them today.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You was
yeah.
killing them
Because
today.
I'm tired of seeing all these Facebook patriots
Yeah.
Yeah.
come out of the woodwork talking about, oh, we gonna do such and such. We gonna do this. Trump, 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 Trump. And I'm like, well, if you are so pro Trump and so this, so that, why ain't your ass out there on that battlefield with the soldiers that's going over there to Iraq? I mean, Iran.
Yes.
Oh well, it interferes with my Call of Duty game, and I got bone spurs in my finger. I can't, I
I
can't.
got kids. I don't want to leave my kids.
Right, I don't want to leave my kids behind. I'm like, no, no, no. These people are crazy. They don't even realize they're in a cult.
I've
That's
been, you
crazy.
know what thing about it, Q? I've been to combat, and these guys who talk, let's go.
Pause.
No,
Pause. Pause. Pause.
give me 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30
No.
seconds. Promise, 30
No,
seconds.
because Mike
30
can't
seconds.
even go
It
yet.
ain't
And
gonna go
now,
no further. You got
hold
my word. 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
on.
I've been to
You might as
combat,
well just go
and
into the
these
whole
guys who
segment.
talk about going to combat, they don't know what combat is. That's all I got to say.
That part.
That's it.
Hello, Daytrick. How are you? Hi,
What up,
Mike.
D?
They go to
Happy
governor.
belated birthday, Mike.
Yeah,
It's
we
Gemini
gotta, yeah, gotta get
season
Mike.
2.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up,
Happy belated
y'all?
birthday,
What up?
Mike.
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
Oh,
Appreciate
Mike.
it.
Let's give the light. Stay.
I know y'all got
King.
rained out for last
Green.
Sunday for Father's Day, but I'm
Oh,
gonna put some
green.
stuff on the grill, so come through.
Here we go. Green. I like green.
When? Just let me know when.
Sunday.
Hmm.
Sunday.
Yeah. I should
What's
be
going
free.
on, Scoop?
I'm gonna have my little anime stuff on, so I got a
Oh,
convention
please
to go
come through so I can take some pictures.
Oh, what you at? What's your, I forgot. We can't change subject. We'll talk over here about anime. We'll talk over
Okay.
here about anime because I want to dress up too. I want to be
Okay.
Nazuko.
Yeah, because we got a
Okay.
lot to cover.
All right. Go ahead for the day. I mean, my mental health is
No,
great.
you good. No, you good. They interrupting your shine for once.
I ain't
So
saying
we
Oh,
gotta let
I'm
you shine. I got your back today.
all right. So I'm feeling good today. Um, a little concerned, but still good. Um,
What's wrong?
well, everything in the world affects my job, so
Oh,
Yeah. But
that's
we
your
gonna talk about
boss.
it today too.
huh?
We gonna talk about it today too.
Yeah. So that was it. Just I work for the well, y'all know what I did.
Right.
So there's a whole bunch of news like letters, like announcements floating around. So
Yeah.
that and what happened in California was weird too. That
You breaking
also.
up. You breaking up.
Oh, I
yeah,
said it.
it's on your end. Cause we,
Yeah. So it's on California.
Excuse me?
Like what happened in California was weird.
yeah.
So that was kind of fucked up too. But yeah. So my mental health is. I'm cool. I just want to see
Yeah.
what y'all talking about.
Coco.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. We want to
Yes.
hear
Yeah,
you
girl.
talk. Yeah.
Oh,
We
because
hear
I
you.
couldn't say. I thought, oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. So we have a lot to cover today. So we're gonna start off light and then get heavy because I think the light stuff can go kind of
Ooh.
quick. You let me. So I think I think the light stuff can go kind of quick.
Mhm.
Before we get heavy. Maybe get some laughs and then get deep. Okay.
Mhm.
So speaking of light, R. Kelly, right?
Mhm.
So I
Drip,
don't know
drip,
if you guys,
drip.
huh?
I was just saying drip, drip, drip. I was singing the song.
So, my
I'm
bad.
sorry. I'm sorry, girl.
So
Oh man.
I'm
Oh.
trying, y'all. All right. So every time I try to keep it together up here, y'all don't like it.
Oh.
So all the headlines I know people saying recently. So like last week, of course, y'all saw when he was like, "Oh, they're trying to kill me." Da 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 da
Mhm.
da. He need to get out. So everybody was like, "Oh, he just trying to get home." Blah 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 blah. Fast forward to this week, all of a sudden he's rushed to the hospital or overdose. And where he is, so more of the story came out. I'm gonna just give you guys a Justin, and I want you guys to go in.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna just kind of navigate the show tonight.
Mhm.
Um, fast forward to the story updated to where he was in solitary confinement. I didn't know that, so I might probably be the only person, but he was in solitary confinement.
Mhm.
The the staff at the prison are the ones who gave him and injected him with the medication. So there's no way that
Mhm.
this man could have tried to OD himself.
Right.
So my thing is, so now they're still trying to say that like he coerced it or is something going on, like they trying to take it. Just looked like an attempt that failed to me on their part. So you guys can dissect that. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think like I said, I've been locked up and I seen child molesters and stuff, and like me, you was talking earlier, Coco. I mean, when you got as much as he got, they put you in protective custody because niggas trying to get you, and they were giving him the medication. Now he OD, and what we've been saying for the past, I don't know how long, Coco. If I was R. Kelly, I would start talking, and I was like, they're gonna get him, and I think they try to get rid of him. I still think he got information on Diddy, and they might be talking to him. They said we gotta get him out of here.
I don't. Sorry, so let me chime in. So I don't think that. I think he's. They just had to estimate all his royalties he owed. You seen that when they said all the money he was supposed to be owed? That's a lot of
That
money
too.
for a
That
person
too.
behind bars, bro.
That's two. Yep, that too. And he just made
He
an
got
album.
a lot. When they did that I seen it on Google News,
Mm-hmm.
and they calculated all the royalties that he's owed while he's locked up.
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to be still getting that money.
Yep.
That's over $10 million. You know, if he was ever to be able to, because he's not locked up for nothing else but the Mann Act.
Right.
He's locked up for transporting an underage girl from another state across the borders. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even locked up for what everybody think he locked up for. He's only locked up for that. So you go, shit, $10 million is a hell of a defense team to come home. And if we don't want you home, because there's other factors involved. Even I think his wife went on a talk show raid, and they were discussing how everybody think he's broke and he can't read. But how you think this man can't read if he's writing gospel songs? You know what I'm saying? He wrote for Celine
Because they
Dion.
told him.
No, listen. What I'm telling you is simple mathematics, right? So this man is worth $10 million in jail off of bumping ground alone, right? Why would you want him to come home?
Right.
And I think, and everybody gets paid. Everybody like correctional officers and medical people don't get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, we in Baltimore had a dude having like 7, 8 COs pregnant all at one time, and he not even a thousandaire. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's a person that has sway over the jails in our community.
Mm-hmm.
7 COs pregnant, running liquor in and out. These cats wasn't no R. Kelly. So imagine if he get all that money. He in the federal pen, he can buy a person whole life. What ain't P. Diddy doing? P. Diddy is taking care of people's families.
Trump is gonna pardon Diddy anyway.
We not.
Don't they off everybody who try to buy their royalties or their old money? Didn't they do that to Michael Jackson? Didn't somebody administer medicine in the hell?
Prince, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, it just keep happening.
Hold on. Before you answer that, I'm gonna just incorporate both because my co-host ain't helping me doing a good job of navigating here because we.
It was quiet when nobody saying nothing.
We read it. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna run into the topic. So speaking of Diddy, let's also bring up Tyler Perry. So as you guys know, the headlines have broke where Tyler Perry is being sued for $260 million for sexual assault. Also, to piggyback on, we do know Diddy is still on trial as well, with another juror being is in the process of possibly being removed. Please, guys, discuss. Thank you.
Now they did remove.
Okay, let me start before I forget. Because I
They
didn't
did
forget.
remove the juror though. They did remove it.
Okay, now first thing about R. Kelly. R. Kelly is in North Carolina, Butner, North Carolina.
Buckner. Mm-hmm.
Down there in no man's land with them real redneck folks down there. Them good old redneck folks down there in Butner. Believe me, I've been on the prison bus and I've been there.
Exactly.
So I can tell you about that place down there. So now, like you said, they owe this man money. Now, we done tried to destroy you. People still backing you. They buying your music. They playing your music.
Yep.
So now the only thing left for us to do is to get rid of you.
Get rid of you.
You down here in no man's land here in North Carolina. Nobody knew he was down here in the federal joint, North Carolina.
Right, Buckner.
Nobody knew that.
Right,
Nobody knew that. That was real quiet. Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry opened his doggone mouth about Angie Stone not getting her money. You done stepped on the shit, Tyler.
We got that on our.
No, Coco connected all that together. She connected Diddy, Tyler Perry. She just said Tyler Perry.
Oh, you say Tyler Perry?
I did.
Yeah,
Tyler Perry.
My bad.
She piggybacked all that. So let me go ahead and piggyback Tyler Perry. He opened his mouth about Angie Stone not getting her money. Here you is to open your big ass mouth. Now we got to come and get you. Wasn't nobody saying nothing. Wasn't nothing. Tyler Perry was the man. Nothing was said about Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry could do no wrong. Tyler Perry done bought BET and just show Tyler Perry pictures all day long. All day and all night long. Now, you done got out here in our business, Tyler. Angie Stone's money and finances ain't got nothing to do with you. You should have kept your mouth closed. Now we're going to have to break you down.
Yep.
Now you sexually assaulted somebody or made sexual innuendo or whatever you done for $260 million worth of shit all of a sudden. Bam.
Facts.
Can I add an additional question?
Every time a black man that's a celebrity and got that money, you open your big ass mouth into somebody else's shit, they come in for you. They killed Mike. It wasn't just the doctor. They killed Mike because Mike owned Sony. Mike had his shit. Mike had his shit together, and he bragged about it. They had to get him.
Yep.
Prince. They killed Prince because Prince had his shit.
Yep.
Every time the black man get his shit and let the people try to let y'all know, they kill him. They wanted to kill Bill, but they said, no, his ass, we just gonna break him on down. He opened his big ass mouth, wanted to buy NBC. Yep. No, Bill, you can't do that.
Yep.
Every time. Nobody's paying attention. It's a pattern to this shit. It's a pattern. They keep all their receipts on us. On our men, they keep on the women, because you don't hardly hear much on the women. But on all the men, they keep all the receipts on y'all's ass. So when you get the big head up there thinking you're gonna be at the table with them, instead of getting them scraps, they come in for you. That's all I gotta say on that.
What about Byron Allen then?
I was about to say Byron Allen. Yep. I was about to say
No, Byron won. Byron sued McDonald's.
But he won though. He did win.
He won.
He got his.
Yeah.
He got his money.
He's still getting
Pause.
Mm-hmm.
Before we go to Byron, does anybody else have anything on the topics that are already on the table? Matter of fact, Jude.
No. I agree with what Paul said. Every time, somebody, get up to a certain status, especially when they black, they attack them in any kind of way if they don't take them off. But it ain't, they do that to everybody. I'm noticing, they do that to anybody, but they attack the black men once they get a certain statue. They don't even let the women get to those statues. Oprah was that one and done. I'm not saying that other women aren't doing it, because they are, but like the R. Kelly and the Tyler Perry and all that, once Tyler Perry speak up and start defending, like he was very, open about it. They didn't want to cast his people. They didn't want to play his stuff. He built his own. You feel me?
Yep.
That was the end. Even we criticize him for some of the stuff. You feel me? I shout out to his new movie, because that new movie was really good. Yeah, the only thing we can do as people is start, defending our people and having their back, and keep supporting them the way we do. That R. Kelly stuff. I'm like yay and nay with that, because you can't discredit the man for his talent. I still like his music. I do not like the crimes that he's accused of, but you cannot take away the fact that, man, he was the motherfucking man when it came to music.
Yeah.
From when my mother was young to when my mother was, listening to his music, to when I was listening to his music, all the way through. So, you can't take that away from him. And I do think they try and kill him, because they try to kill everybody. I don't put that past nobody.
Yeah, I think with
especially them.
Like me and Coco talked earlier about it. Like I liked his earlier music. His first two albums I like, and some of his later music. He did what he did, and I'm not saying okay, y'all gotta give him what he did. He need to be punished for. And if the inmates would have got him because of what he did, I'm like, okay, justice serves. Now, if these guys are trying to take him out, like Mike was saying about the money, you know, or the Diddy thing. I'm not cool with that because I ain't got shit to do with his crime. They're trying to, limit him. That's my thing about it, and I think they're trying to get him. Just like what Mike said, just like what Paul said, just like you. I think they're trying to get him.
Yeah, so think about what happened. So Tory Lanez just proved that you can make an album in prison,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Mhm.
R. Kelly was on the Chris Brown residual challenge,
Yeah.
right? He did it off of a prison fund.
Right.
And he asked where was his money at.
Yep.
So when he started asking for where his money was at, the public backed him up. Like, well, why he still ain't getting his money? His music is still selling.
Yep.
They came up, what was it, 4 days ago? They showed you how much residuals he is owed in prison.
Mm-hmm. And
So
Mike, to add to that, Mike, they forget about the music he's written for people and the music's still selling. That's his shit.
right. Yeah,
You know?
but you got, man, listen, these people love Celine Dion.
Yeah. Right.
Kirk Franklin still make gospel music with Yolanda Adams.
Mm-hmm.
So when they tallied that up and they came up to $10 million, they ain't trying to pay that man that money.
Not in prison.
Oh, they ain't.
They ain't trying to pay him that.
And you got to pay him while he in prison.
Why he in prison?
That's a whole bunch of pull in prison.
Mm-hmm. Bunch of pull. That's mob pull.
Right.
That's mob pull. You can buy whoever you want in prison.
Right. So that's the biggest argument when it went, because they came up with his residual report and then he had to get rushed to the hospital all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Once his money numbers came out. So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just like Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby didn't get killed. They tried to get rid of Bill because of that oil that his house sit on. Ain't got nothing to do with NBC. He got oil in his house. They've been trying to buy that land for the longest. He refused to sell.
Oh yeah, that too. But NBC, when he wanted to buy that damn station, he said Bill wanted to break the motherfucking odds and buy a regular station, not no backwoods BET or nothing like
not the
that.
small one. Yeah.
He wanted to come for the big boys up there with the big table, and they said no, Bill.
You got me with Bill Cosby State, Massachusetts, and
how in the hell that Bill was the first one here? This 30-something years ago? Yeah, 30-something years ago, Bill done gave me some pills. God dang.
Right.
All this time, 30-something years. Now you got courage now all of a sudden, 30-something years later, and y'all convict Bill.
Yep.
Yeah, who else was involved with him though?
Right. They said that memory was hazy when it happened, and all of a sudden they got clear memory. I'm like, the fuck out of here. I'm like, you can't. I'm like, you remember what happened 31 years ago? You got leg spreaders, Quaaludes, and all of a sudden, get the fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here.
I can believe it. Trauma shit. You put things behind you, but it's just because it's all a scam.
Yeah.
I don't want to discredit nothing that none of them women say because
I apologize.
sexual
I
assault.
missed that statement. Can somebody? What happened?
Sexual assault is a something serious.
Yeah.
And you never know, what the victims go through. But
True.
like you said, 30 years.
And they be wanting like 20, 30, $50 million. You don't need, what you need all that money?
That man was going. Did y'all see when they was taking him back and forth to court?
Yeah, he was out of it.
Because they broke him down. That was a public lynching for everybody else in the industry to see. Hey, we're going to show y'all what we're going to do to Bill. Y'all better step back.
But see, I watch a lot of crime TV, so I ain't shocked. I know they going a lot. Y'all gotta start watching Cold Case.
I watch it every night. Channel 42.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they'll lock your old ass up.
I got a question.
4272 on DirecTV. I watch it every night. I got it on right now.
A question.
Yeah.
And I think y'all mentioned it, but really didn't go into it because it was one of the questions that I wanted to add. Like the number of black male celebrities that are incarcerated. The high profile one right now is like Diddy and and R.
Okay.
Kelly, but you do have people like Dirk, you have YNW Melly, you have so many and others that are facing charges. Who else? What's his name? What's the little short dude name? The one that
Tory.
got stabbed up, Tory.
Tory
Um,
Lanez.
yeah, you got him. You have so many of them that are facing charges, and a lot of the charges are very similar. Some besides, I mean, both very similar because all of them are like have some type of either murder for hire or some type of assault or something like that
Mm-hmm.
that's going on. So I'm noticing a lot of that is going on, especially within those guys. So then you have a lot of them who are escaping, but we all know that there are other people that are
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be involved. So, how do you guys? What are your thoughts on that? Like them all as a whole? Because I feel like they just getting them all one by one by one. Because just look at it, like Diddy case is almost over. So now you have Tyler Perry. Then you got who else? Then they're looking into Kanye allegedly. Then it's like all of these other people. It's like a domino effect. But they're
Well,
And I,
all celebrities who um, according to like the Forbes list, are close either at billionaire status or close to billionaire status.
my
All right, so let me
opinion
speak on,
is,
so let me talk on Drake. All right, so they got to get Drake the fuck up out of there. See, because they just because they done, because they don't let the chairman go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? The chairman been pardoned, man. So he going back to Chicago. So whoever don't know who the chairman is, you know what I'm saying? That's Larry Hoover. You feel me?
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We growth and development over here. You feel me? Since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So Trump pardoned him. So now they got to move him for the federal pen. You send him back to Chicago to serve his 100 year sentence, right? Drake is part of the folk nation, right? The BDs. And the GDs trying to
You
call
mean
the
Dirk?
truth
You
Dirk.
sure about that?
He
about
meant Dirk.
Dirk.
You mean Dirk? Yeah.
Drake
Yeah.
was softer than paint.
I mean
He
not
meant
Drake.
Dirk.
I'm talking about
He meant
Dirk.
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 He meant
Look,
Dirk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dirk. So
Get Dick out of there too. Shit.
Yeah.
yeah, so Dirk is so Dirk yeah, because you know Dirk Pops like
Yeah.
so Dirk Pops is one of the leaders of the BDs. It used to be underneath Larry Hoover.
Right.
So they got to give it to Dirk because Dirk is the money.
Mm-hmm.
When the chairman come back to Chicago, they gonna be if they ain't get rid of Dirk, his money, influence, and reach. Oh, Chicago will be at peace right now. So they got to get rid of him because he's the financier, or he will be.
Yep. My opinion on it is like Tyler Perry. Uh, I think his situation. I think he should have kept his big mouth shut. But I think I'll be honest with you, guys like Dirk. I have no, frankly, my dear, he can get the hell up out of here. I tell you why, because I grew up in hip hop with hip hop. Hip hop has become what it was supposed to prevent.
Mm-hmm.
And guys like Dirk, I mean, far as I can give his ass 2,000 years, you know, snake. Yeah, now see murder, let that man
He
go
can't.
now.
He can't see
J
murder in
Bad,
the
that's
state.
you, J
But he's in the
Bad.
state. That's the part. Yeah, Trump can't
Yeah,
forget
yeah,
this.
yeah. He in the state, so he can't. He
He can't
can't
do
get
nothing.
pardoned.
Yeah, he can't get pardoned. Like guys like Dirk, Diddy. I mean, like I said, I remember Diddy shit when I was growing up in New York. So now
Get him up out of here.
get him out of here. Yeah, because they messed up our culture. They just,
I
I mean,
mean,
they didn't mess it
but
up.
they
I
really.
put this, they contributed to because
So,
they didn't mess it up. They contributed to
all
it. I'll
right.
put it this way.
Wait a minute, Mike,
The
before you
governor can
go.
pardon C murder. The governor of Louisiana can
The
pardon
governor
C
can.
murder.
The governor can,
Yep.
but he ain't do it. What's his
I
name?
want
So
I just want to say the younger dudes that y'all talk about, because I don't even follow some of them because it'd be too much. They put it in their music, the crimes that they committing.
Yep.
So that's how they getting them. The
Yep.
older dudes, the Kelly and them, we knew about them back in the day. The
Mm-hmm.
thing is, you gotta get them before you can get the people behind them.
Mm-hmm.
They're the easier target. So you take them out. That
Mm-hmm.
way, all the crime, because you can't do some of the stuff they doing and
Mm-hmm.
be attached to these industries, and the industries have no idea what is completely going on. I mean, they put it in the movies. So I feel like you gotta get them out there because they the easier target than actually getting the people behind the scene of doing the stuff. That's just my
I,
opinion, though.
I mean, if you watch 50 Cent, the movie called The Gun, you gotta watch that. It's a Tubi movie, right? And the white man say, the nigga is expendable. You feel
Oh,
me?
I'm
The
sorry.
nigga has always been expendable.
I'm sorry. I'm
What's
so
up?
sorry. Can
What's
I
up?
read
That's
this
a long
comment?
ass
Because Rick has
comment.
it up.
I knew he was
I'm
gonna
just
read
gonna
this
read
one.
it. I'm gonna read
That
it
shit,
real quick, and you can go. Then we gonna switch because we got to get into like four more
that shit,
things.
that shit
Um,
long as piss on.
y'all are so fucking rude. So thank you, Daytrick, for this comment. Daytrick states, based on reports from R. Kelly's lawyers, he was recently hospitalized after an alleged overdose on medication administered by prison staff. Period. His legal team claims this overdose was part of a larger plan by prison officials to harm him. Period. However, the Bureau of Prisons has declined to comment on the situation. Period. Important to note, semicolon, it's important to understand that the information regarding the overdose comes from R. Kelly's lawyers who are actively pursuing his release from prison. And then it says federal dot 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 dot. We ain't get the rest.
The
Let me
question
see if I can
is,
get the
the question is, what did they administer him?
whatever. Well, well, they can't really say due to HIPAA laws, but
Yeah,
it's known that he has suffered from like some type of anxiety and something
yeah,
else.
yeah. He
So
said
it
that.
sounds like they were probably some and like psychotic meds or something like
Yeah,
that is what I'm assuming. And a lot of those meds are probably something else. But
yeah,
who knows if it was his medication?
yeah,
Because you know what I mean. This is a person that you're trusting to administer the right meds to you because he was getting like according to the report, it was an
yeah,
IM made.
yeah.
Right.
So with an IM made, it could be anything.
Right.
That's where they gave him anything.
That's my Jamaican accent in
I'm
there.
telling you, y'all better listen to me. These people, I'm telling you, the people got plugs down there in this little North Carolina ass backwoods town. I'm telling you, check up on people who be laughing about North Carolina, but North Carolina, I tell y'all, at one time, North Carolina damn near had a prison in each county here.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
100 counties here, and they damn near had a prison in each county.
Yeah.
That's how these motherfuckers down here roll. and,
I don't put nothing
the,
past North
and the further you get
Carolina.
into the woods, the deeper you get into the woods, the more them rednecks are. And it ain't hard to buy one of them down there at Butner.
It's easy.
Because see, Butner is basically a place where they take state medical people down there, got see medical doctors or whatever down that area down there. So they be down there at Butner. But no, Butner is no place to be played with.
They probably try to kill him. They
All
try to
right,
kill
we're
him.
gonna let Mike go, and then
Hmm.
after
Bernie
Mike
Madoff.
go, I'm a switch to another topic. Okay,
Let's roll.
Mike,
What
I'm
happened?
sorry. Thank you for letting me interrupt you. My apologies.
Oh no, we
Bernie
good.
Madoff.
Um, I don't know. I think all the celebrity stuff is getting kind of old. I think the problem, I think the problem with like black celebrities is that when they get billionaire status, they usually alone. When they usually going after entities that we don't know about, like Puff Daddy and like Dillion. Like you know, Dillion controls all the liquor in the world. It don't matter if you buy Amsterdam or Grey Goose, they own it. You know what I'm saying? Like certain industries that we don't know who's in charge until after one of our black celebrities get railroaded. You feel me? For trying to stand up to an entity that controls everything. And they can control it because they're not originally from the United States. So they can have a monopoly on everything that they want that they money can buy.
Mhm.
Thank you, Mike. Okay, next topic. So I'm gonna let you start off with this one because well, mainly it was her topic, but I'm gonna just do a
What
brief
else was I
intro.
talking about?
Listen, girl, listen. It was on the agenda for the day. Listen. So, Adriana Smith, of course, everybody heard about her in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
Was the nurse who was pretty much pronounced dead but left on life support, who was
Yeah.
pregnant. So on the 17th, she had a C-section to a baby boy, main chance, 1 pound 13 ounces. But due to their abortion laws, they had to, because she was already like 6 weeks pregnant, they kept her alive until the
Yeah.
baby was born.
Yeah.
So she was taken off of life support after the C-section, and of course, she was pronounced dead. So my Jude and I had and Bosco had an extensive conversation earlier. So we would like to spill this over into here to get you guys' thoughts. You guys may go and please pay attention to the private chat once again. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go with this shit.
Oh,
Let me,
wait a minute. No, wait. Let me go
I
first.
said you go first, then go Mike.
The state
Let's
that
go keep
she
the
in
order.
has a law that prevents you from being able
Mm.
to I guess like release the body, let the
Yeah.
body go
Yeah.
if the person is pregnant. And they did this against her family's will. She was only 6 weeks pregnant. I think she died in a car accident, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And she was declared brain dead. The reason why they had to pull her, had to give her the C-section, the baby's only 1 pound in the NICU currently, was because she was basically a corpse
Yeah.
holding a baby. And
Basic.
then and the effects of like her body deteriorate, and they keeping her alive with the breathing machine and pumping medicine and stuff, but that also costs just to experiment on, and I'm gonna use that word.
Yeah.
This was an experiment, in my opinion, on how long you can sustain with putting having a baby grow inside of a dead body.
Yeah.
Her body could no longer hold on, so that's why they had to let her go. But now the second part of the experiment is here. How long is this baby really going survive? There's nothing in the family that has to be like heartbreaking. And the sad part to me was when I seen the video of her other son holding her hand
Yeah.
and crying.
Yeah.
Like to be a child, they gotta watch your mother. That's crazy.
It's traumatic. It's traumatic, but the reports are stating that, according to what I read, they're predicting that the baby should be okay and have and sustain a great quality of life. Allegedly, I mean, according to that, this is
Yeah.
what the medical professionals are stating. But I
know.
don't. I think when these laws like this, I just want to just add my little 2 cents, and I'm done. I think with laws like this, it's kind of it's traumatic. I don't think whoever put these laws into place thought this through,
Mm-hmm.
especially in situations like this, because now you have the family, like you said, you have she has another child
Mm-hmm.
who is holding his mom hand, who cannot respond back, who can't do anything. So this child misses their mom. That's going to stay with this child forever, not alone the family. So then now the family has to prepare to care for this newborn who can't be nurtured by his mom. You
Right.
know what I mean? So there are a lot of factors that go into this, but I do agree with Jude that it was an experiment. I really
Yeah.
do, to see,
One more
okay,
thing.
how this baby can develop, huh?
One more thing before I go. To all
Oh,
you
I'm done.
women that voted to take away our rights as a woman, I want to say it before the men say it. Let me be very clear about this, because now I hear a lot of women saying this way more. But I'm one
Excuse me.
woman who did not vote to take away my right to choose. But for all you women that did vote for that, and all you men that voted for that and do not agree, this is the experiment that
Yep.
they're going to be doing. Think about your daughters, your mother, your wives, your
Yep.
sisters, your aunts.
Yep.
They could get into a car accident, and this could be them.
Yep.
So I want to thank y'all for that state. I can't remember what state it was, that they were even
Ellen,
able to take that right
Mm-hmm.
away from her family in the United States of America.
it
Thank
was
y'all.
Atlanta, Georgia.
It's Atlanta.
Wasn't
Atlanta,
It
Georgia,
Georgia?
was,
and
Nice
not
state.
only that, but I think that other piece that needs to be acknowledged is black women. Y'all better be real cautious and careful, because this was a black woman, and this is not the first black woman that an experiment has been done on, just because
and
of
white
DNA alone. By
Can I
and the
make a quick
white man
comment?
on
yeah.
white man on
No, you
TikTok
guys
said
can
if
go.
it
I'm
was a
about to
white
go on
woman,
mute.
would
I'll
never
All
let
right,
y'all
happen.
know
check
when
this
the next
out.
topic comes.
When I
Yeah, I'm muting.
when I first came on the show about 2 years ago, I said this. I said what Jude said. You know what happened? All the women in the comments came at me. And I said, I'm telling you, listen to me. And I'm gonna take it even further. And the reason I'm going a little bit off topic because this is redemption time. Remember when we talk about the LGBT, about the men competing against the women? I need to say this. Remember a year and a half ago, this is what I said. There are black women supporting this bullshit. Every black woman in the comment went at me. Let's fast forward a year and a half. What's going on?
Because you should have just said women, nigga.
I said women at first. I said women at first, but the black women in the chat came at me.
I'm
When
sorry.
I said, when I said women at first, because see, hold on, time out. Time out. When I used to say women, I used to say some women back then. The black women in the comments said, "Why are you bashing black women?" And I said, "I'm not talking about black women." I said, "But since y'all doing it now I'm going to mention it." That's how it came up. You know who? You know who? She stayed down there in the bayou.
Can I just say one thing? I'm sorry. I gotta get this off. I gotta get this off my chest real quick. Every week we go through this sometimes, and I just want you guys to acknowledge the fact that you have 2 black women on this panel. So some things, when we say something as black women, we need you guys to understand. We're not saying that you're always wrong, but it can come across really jacked up sometimes because we do not get up here every week and speak negatively on the black man. So I would challenge y'all to say something positive because quite frankly,
I'm like half man, half woman. So
I always say stuff positive
on
this show.
I'm just saying, yeah, you do.
Whoa.
It's a lot. We go through this.
I trash the men more than I talk about the women on this show. I trash the men more than I talk about the women.
Bad, though.
No, no. We're going off topic. You know why? I do it because, like I said, the shit I go through, y'all don't understand us neither. Because when I say stuff, it get twisted around.
Bosco,
no. We're gonna address this right now. Time out. I could bring up a situation. No. It was a situation a couple of weeks ago when Mike said something. He said, "You're wrong." You know what y'all two said? We know that, but still. That's what y'all said. And both of y'all said it. And Mike was like, "That's what he said. We know that, but still."
But do y'all read the room in certain statements that you make?
No accountability.
Y'all kept cutting me off every time I said something. So listen to me. But a lot of times when things were said, since we're going to put it on open forum, things have been said. Jude and I both have gotten quiet. None of y'all read that. None of y'all have read that. So what I'm saying is I get where you're coming from, but sometimes some topics, let's not use that to just be like, oh, black women are this, black women are that, because then it does become sometimes offensive.
That's not
so
what I'm
that's
saying.
all I'm saying. I just wanted to stick to one time the topics.
All right. Can I get in this? Can I? Let me get in there.
Go get it off his chest.
No, I'm done. That's what I had to say. But I knew this was going to happen. Hey, Mike.
I
didn't know. Fuck that. I'm not going to.
So this is my thing. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, you clear?
We can hear you, Mike.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We hear you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes. We hear you. Yes.
Okay.
Hello?
So this is my thing with this. All right. So this is my thing with this. All right. This is my thing with this experiment, right? All right. So this experiment was to see if they could basically put a baby in dead people, right? So like the movie The Matrix, right? When there's actually like breeding babies in the tubes, right? So this is giving me the same vibe. Like, we're gonna see if we can get some dead bodies that ain't been dead for so long, and see if we can make humans. And I think it's fucked up because we're always the experiment, man. We like, oh man, this shit bad. We always the experiment, and I get it. A lot of laws that's put in place, we as Black people don't look to like. So we never looked at laws as to be used nefariously against us. We don't really look at laws like that. And I think as Black people as a whole, we need to see how laws can be weaponized against us,
Mhm.
no matter where you live at.
Mhm.
I think this experiment was really, really, really messed up. I think when the second experiment, they're gonna see how long they can develop this baby without a mother based on the stem cells in the placenta, right? Because it's only what 1 month, so it's gonna need her stem cells in order to develop. And the placenta has the male and the female DNA within itself. So this is gonna be one of those things where they basically gonna see if they can grow humans for real.
Mhm.
Um, I love the alien movies. I'm a sci-fi kid, so um, The Predator's my favorite movie. I'm with the shit. I'm a hunter. Period. But
They got them
that's what I'm
all
thinking.
on.
Like, think about it. They literally went. Yeah, they literally went into Mars and looked at that atmosphere to see if that was livable, right? And so now they're gonna end up trying to grow humans. The black lady that wrote the Matrix, she ain't lie.
Mhm.
To make humans without parents make more desensitized humans. Because the first person you're gonna look towards when you're little, you always look for the parent. So there is no parent. So I think this is the whole. It gives them the data that they need, how the stem cell development is going to come, and now you can't say using stem cells is illegal because it's in detriment and saving somebody's life. So you see the loophole in it.
Mhm.
So it's terrible, man. But it
Yeah,
definitely was an experiment.
yeah, it definitely
Oh yeah.
was.
I
Oh
agree.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Motherfucker, motherfucker moving in and shit, dog barking and shit, and you out all downstairs and shit, and dogs just a bark. I said, what the hell them damn dogs barking at? That's how come y'all had to excuse me. I kept saying, what the hell them dogs barking at? Somebody moved in, the dog just downstairs, the dog was just raising hell.
That's
What
probably how
the
they feel about
hell?
mothers.
I said, what the hell going on?
I was looking around like I thought it was here.
Oh man.
They was
Anything else
probably
on?
excited.
Mike's 56K then went out. Next,
I thought it was me. The
that damn
Quentin,
dial-up.
Paul. Anybody else got anything else on that?
I
What are we
agree.
talking about? I was going. What was you talking about? What's the topic, please?
Experiment. It's an experiment. They're gonna use us for experience experiment.
It is
We
definitely an experiment. We were
Yeah.
talking about the young
I'm
lady
not.
in Atlanta
Oh,
that was pretty much pronounced deceased. That she had a well they gave her C-section on the
Yeah.
17th,
right,
which was yesterday. She had a
right.
baby boy, but then they took her off the after he was taken out. They took her off the life support, and of course she was pronounced deceased. So we were pretty much, I think, it's unanimous. We all think it's pretty jacked up, and we know whoever voted for these rights, female, male, or everybody did wrong. I just don't see how a woman can vote for that, but I'm gonna leave that alone. But um,
Me either.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell
I
you
don't
what.
even
I'm gonna
want
tell
no
you this.
damn kids.
I'm gonna tell you this right here. When I was 16, I had a homeboy in the neighborhood over in Mumford, and his sister went to the hospital to have her baby. She had to have a C-section, but you know that his sister never left that hospital alive.
Mm.
Must have been
That's
in.
why now. That's why now I try to tell all these young women around here, get with these doulas and get with these women like that in the sisters care for sisters. Get with these doulas and stuff, and have you a black presence in them hospital rooms with you.
yeah,
Don't you go in there by yourself,
Yeah.
trusting these devils to take care of you. Don't do it.
Cause you know what?
That's
You
positive. That's the
but
real talk. That's what you want to hear. That's real talk, Chanel. That's real talk there. Do not go in these hospital rooms alone, trusting these people to take care of you.
because they weren't gonna
and
use
I
no
think
white
it's
woman.
also important to mention. I'm sorry, Basco.
No, no. You good.
People need to look into advanced directives too. A lot of
Yes.
us in our community do not have an advanced directive. And if you don't know what it is, look it up. You can Google it like we Google everything else. I think it's very important. That way, even if you do, because anything can happen, life happens, life be life, and shit happens. Where so you may end up in a situation by yourself, but it's a document that you can have on your person,
Hmm.
your doctor's office, whoever you are putting in that advanced directive can have to say what medical decisions you want to be made on your behalf, and they will speak for you in an event that you cannot. So I just encourage
Mhm.
everybody, if you don't want to know, talk to, I mean, not if you don't want to know, if you want to know, talk to your primary care doctor. Also, look it up, read up on it. It's a document, it's online. I think
Get
it's
a
extremely
will.
important.
Right,
Mhm.
will. Take the time, write a will.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yep.
mean, they weren't gonna test no white woman. Hell no, of course
They
not.
want them having babies.
Yeah,
You
they
trying to
want.
get? They
Yeah, they
want them
trying to.
having
Yeah,
babies.
they're gonna use us because they used us before. This
Hmm.
Tuskegee experiment. They're gonna use us, which I
But
think is
see,
still messed up.
they've been doing experiments on a lot of things in
Yeah,
other countries and
yeah.
all over. Like, man, they've
Like
been
little girls
already
getting
working on
kidnapped.
cloning. I think another country could sustain like an embryo outside of a body period. Like,
Cause you know what? Look
but
how they make a big deal. Like how many little black girls and got kidnapped and you never hear anything about them. But you don't hear nothing but little white girl. And I ain't just saying nothing racist, but little kid get kidnapped. Little Susie Jackson from up on the hill got kidnapped.
Hmm.
But you don't hear nothing about the little black girl that got kidnapped. How many? They doing experiments on them kids.
Yeah,
Little
they
black
are.
kid.
And
man,
it's
they doing
crazy
a lot of
because you never hear
experiments,
nothing about
man.
it. Once that little thing go out, you don't see no search party, no nothing. Those children are never spoken about again. And there is an incline on young black children that are
Mhm.
being kidnapped or trafficked and all of that, sold and everything on the black market. Like there's an increase of that, and nobody's talking about it.
Yep.
Oh, they've been talking. They was. They just stopped talking about it as much because
What?
Mike
Hold on, I'm
Mike
sorry.
Boss always doing stupid
Before
shit.
we go, I just got a message that I don't read the comments anymore, and people are feeling left out. The people are J Bear. So J Bear, since you want to be saying, let's
J
say.
Bear, J Bear.
He said he's
Like,
left out.
so I'm not reading that, girl. He wants you to wave that ugly ass flag. That was
Remember, he
one.
the one that said for Trump to
Um,
pardon
There
what's
you go. Don't worry, J Bear. I
uh,
didn't see your comment, but I had you. Don't
he
worry.
said free C murder Trump. Then he
See,
asked
Trump
you
can't
what
do it.
show. I'm a call. What ones I missed? Other than that, it's people
No, that's
speaking
it.
on YouTube. Well, he
oh
just wanted to be
shit.
acknowledged publicly. That's all it was. I'm sorry, y'all. Go ahead.
I'm not even
No,
making
that
a
was it.
mess.
Next topic.
Y'all ready
I
for the
think
next
I think
one?
everybody.
Wait a
Well,
minute
I'm
before you
mad
before
Michael
you
not up here because, huh?
wait a minute before you go to the next topic. Can I say something? You
Of
know, the
course, love.
medicine kicked in, and I forgot the when we was talking earlier. I forgot to give you some. Oh, that was just slick the way that was like. Anyway, do y'all know that these fools is trying to use AI to communicate with the whales?
Yes,
yeah, they've been
Hmm.
yeah.
doing dolphins. Yeah, yeah.
So AI is being used for so much more than we even can
Mm-hmm.
imagine, and it's literally taken over a lot. Like over the last couple of months,
Mm-hmm.
I've learned a lot about what areas, and it's going to heavily
Niggas
affect
back.
how we're employed, how we receive services, everything. So many aspects of life is being consumed with AI. And it's just to revert back to like education, AI is being incorporated into the curriculums now, especially in college. When you get into your career choices, they're literally saying how to use AI in your profession and all kinds of other stuff, like how you look for a job, things like that. Everything is pretty much AI generated or AI
Yeah.
chosen.
Hmm.
As long as they
Yeah,
do it right.
AI coming
I
from
don't
them.
trust it.
AI coming from them kidnapped, disappeared kids. That's where AI coming from, because that's where they experiment on to come up with the AI shit.
Well, they need to
Seen a
put better
movie
AI in
about that.
Madden, then, nigga.
I seen a movie about that. They hibernated the human and
Hmm.
hooked them up to a machine, like some kind of machine
Yep.
where they stole their brain waves and
Hmm.
AI was connected to it.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's all in it. Sci-fi, man. Y'all gotta be aware. Hi, Mike. Coco was waiting for you to come back.
They
You
I
need
like
to
a
know.
put better
I
badass.
heard her.
AI
He
in
was
Madden,
raising
man.
his
You look like a
hand.
badass child right now. You look like somebody badass son.
Shit.
Better
Okay,
Madden
but listen,
AI.
I'm about to cut in. I try to be nice. Listen,
No, I said
AI
no.
AI is now in my Cisco curriculum for my job.
Mm.
They made a certification for it.
Mhm.
I will be taking it in 3 months. Um, how can I put this? If y'all don't watch brain studies, they got a device where they hooked up and they found out they can bring dreams into life. Like you can watch your dreams on the big screen. They can record your
Yep.
dreams.
Yep.
Um, that was a big breakthrough recently this week. Um, don't be afraid of AI. A black woman already wrote what we need to do when AI gets out of hand. It's called the Terminator.
Mhm.
So for people who are unaware of how AI works, it's a cognitive growing continuing syntax, right? So get your kids into Java, JavaScript, and Python.
Hmm.
Um, those are the three languages, the three coding languages that makes up AI. So we're gonna stop making it seem like it's a boogeyman. It's a really really in depth layer algorithm that you can create. Hence why there's more jobs looking to create their own Chat GPT, and because it can be created, it can be duplicated. This is why we need more black coders. And there's a couple in Baltimore. It's a real good one. I got to link up to him tomorrow. Now I want to put him out here because he ain't given the permission to say his name. But we're talking about trying to get a database. We're trying to get a database created because the more people that get laid off is going to be more IT people,
Yep.
hence more black IT people. So I'm in the process of recruiting. You know what I'm saying I'm about to be a gang leader for IT. I already structured my company and I'm recruiting everybody that can't get a job to come to Baltimore and let's see what we can brainstorm and collaborate and see what we can come up with. I got system engineers, I got Linux coders, I got another network guy such as myself. Like because once the medical field becomes AI, is no need for HIPAA, which is dangerous.
It's already AI.
Yeah. Yeah, they already converting a
It's
lot of
already
stuff
AI,
over.
especially with HR and everything else. It's already AI.
They just need to prove AI in Madden.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
tired of I'm tired of beating the computer like 93-7.
No, try to play it. Try to play it against somebody. The on the against a person.
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna have to.
and let me tell you, you know how I was like, man, they lag like I don't know what. I'm like, what the hell? I was like, I'm up here pressing X, right? And it's like the shit ain't moving.
Listen,
The shit ain't moving. It's like
for all for
delayed
all
snap.
us geeky gamers, I'm just waiting for the headpiece where I can put on and be in that motherfucker symbol. I'm not talking about the one with the. I'm
The
talking about I
VR.
want to be in my own self. I ain't talking about the VR. I'm talking about the one where I can. That they showing us in the movies that you click in
Oh,
and
you're
then you
talking
got to
about the
sit
real
back in your
You
player.
just
chair.
You
sit
talking
back.
about
Right?
total?
Yeah.
Like you talking
Yeah.
about Total Recall and
Yeah.
shit?
Well, no,
I
no,
can't.
well, hold on.
I
Japan
can't
just
wait
came
for
out
that.
with it.
I'm
So,
just saying. Listen,
so Japan
try
already
to.
came out with it. It's a chair that you sit in.
Yeah. As y'all
It's a
can see,
chair that you can
I'm not gonna
you can
survive
put
the
it on.
AI.
You can lay back in the chair. I think it's worth like $2.5 million.
Yeah, I think I got enough
So
for
it's
that.
a chair. It's a chair, a
Listen,
gaming chair. They
listen,
actually
man.
showcased it. They showcased it on the anime. I got to get the anime name for you,
I
but they
could no
showcased it.
listen. I was about to say in the animes and in the movies. Listen, man, they got
Yeah.
some of the best. If y'all have not watched like Japanese or Korean game shows,
Yep.
I'm telling
Well,
you,
them
you
things are
are
funny as
missing.
hell.
You are miss. Not even funny. I'm talking about the challenges.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Forget the funny. The challenges is on a level that we ain't even ready for. It make you really, really think. Like they play games that, it ain't. We don't have no shit like that over here in America. Like no bullshit. And then yeah, they put shit like that in their movies and in the anime. Cause they all got
Hmm.
they got that one that movie where it's connected to you, or is that on Netflix? I might be getting that one confused. But it's one movie they just had where you connect them to real play game, you try to,
Oh
compete and they
yeah.
kept
That's
losing.
Netflix.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Why are you laughing, Bosco?
Just kidding.
Bosco, I love you so much. Listen. Hey, Mike.
So
Hi.
You said that like, hey Drake.
Uh-huh.
that's right. I was like, oh.
So, well, the question is going to start. Well, the question is for Mike, but it's actually a topic. Did you go to the parade for your
What
boss?
what what parade?
Your
For your
boss
boss?
parade, nigga.
Huh?
For your boss?
Huh?
The one for your boss? The one he
So
had?
he ain't invite all the employees.
He said, huh?
Right, right. You
He
ain't get
said,
the
what?
memo to come to to the parade for his birthday.
Huh?
That he alleged that was for the
What parade?
military. Mike, you don't work for them people.
Oh
Stop
yeah. So
saying
okay,
it.
yeah. So listen. So we're gonna talk about this parade for his birthday.
That's the next topic.
That
Let's
was
do
that
it.
was for his birthday. That wasn't for mine.
I
Yeah,
said,
that wasn't for my birthday. That was for his birthday.
I asked you, did you go?
Yeah,
Did you
but it was
go?
the army birthday too. So no, I did not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go to that to show what. I know what our military
To
look
show
like.
that you
It looks
respect
it's
the
unorganized and sloppy.
Nah.
Did you not know what that parade
boss.
did to us worldwide?
What happened? Say that again. I'm
It
sorry.
showed the world that we are out of shape, incompetent, can't stand in line for a formation. It made us look really, 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 really bad.
Amen.
And I went to
Alongside
work.
the
I
president.
walked.
Amen.
Now,
Amen.
mind you,
Alongside the
I worked
president.
with the
You
boys.
feel me?
Right.
Alongside
Well,
the
what they
president.
proved is, but what it did prove is that when they talk about drone airstrikes and no longer trying to have land combat, we know why now.
Hmm.
Them people on
Well, I
TikTok
beg
was
Hold on.
different.
dragging.
I
Forgive
saw it a
me.
whole lot
My computer
differently.
system failing. Say that
I
last part
saw
one
that
more time. I missed it. You
I
said it
saw that a
what?
whole lot differently. I saw it a whole lot differently because I saw a bunch of soldiers that say, "Hey, man, we're not coming out here celebrating you. You are a damn draft dodger. We're not coming out here celebrating you for your birthday." I mean, now why else? You say a bunch of people that was out of shape. Why else would a man be walking down with a drone on his shoulder? Why y'all ain't flying the drones? That's what y'all got them for. Why is this man walking down through there with a drone on his shoulder? They ain't marching in step. They're not marching in step now. Come on now. Let's
Right.
keep real. They wasn't trying,
That was
nobody
solid.
trying to march in step.
That was solid protest.
Yep,
Yes.
that was
They
solid
say we're not
protest.
celebrating you, man. Why are we celebrating you? We're not celebrating you. You want us to make you look good while you over here dogging out veterans and everything and making black people disappear from history and the Arlington Cemetery. No, we're not gonna celebrate your ass. No, get out of here. We're gonna come down through there so you can come here, have your little parade, your little moment. But we're not gonna celebrate you and kiss your ass. No. That's what they're showing. That's what I
because
seen.
because
That's what I saw.
All right,
when
Q.
I when I watched that parade, and I was watching that in No Kings, here in Atlanta. I
Yeah.
didn't go out because I'm not trying to be hemmed up. I'm not trying to be arrested. None of that shit. I like my freedom, and I like my asshole intact.
Damn, his asshole intact. Ooh.
Oh, Atlanta.
Yeah, it's Atlanta, boy. Atlanta's woo.
Well, enough
And,
said.
It's brutal here, boy. I'm like, I don't even go out. I don't even shake dudes' hands. When
Hey,
I give them elbow bumps.
you see when we linked up after you left, I
Yeah.
left.
Yep. 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 Exactly. Cause it started smelling funny up in that camp.
Get up out of there.
And
My opinion. Okay, yeah, Q.
I was watching when I was watching the parade. I was like, why are these soldiers out of step? And I
They
was
were-
like, it looked like Beetle Bailey and shit. What the hell's going on here? And then, like, I've seen military parades in North Korea and China and
Mhm.
all these totalitarian nations. When you pass by the area where the president is sitting, you are supposed to look over towards him, salute him while you are marching.
Mhm.
They didn't do that. They just looked straight ahead, out of step, out of sync, out of breath, just out of commission. And I pray to God we don't go to fucking war with Iraq. And here we are. Now this nigga Trump wanna sell phones.
They're
Yeah.
made in China, though.
Right,
They're
right,
made in China.
right, right.
Okay, we lost our host. My opinion, I agree with Mike. I agree with you, Paul, and I agree with you, Quick Q. I think it's a little bit of all three. Cause for one, we look like fools
Yes.
to everybody else. And like Paul said, and like you Q said it's silent protest. Paul, you said I agree with both of y'all. It was a shit show. That's what it was. It was a shit show. I thought it was funny because I served 10 years in the military, and if we walked out a step, shit, we was pushing the earth back in orbit. Get down! They were walking like, man, we only got 10 minutes to walk, man.
Mm-hmm.
It showed that the
They-
divide in the country is not just amongst the citizens
it's
and the
amongst the military.
politicians, it's amongst the military as well. They said in the beginning when he started doing stuff that they took an oath for this country. They are willing to protect it,
Yeah.
willing to, and also to die for it. They not playing with Trump either. They probably did me knowing a lot of people that are in the military, they probably did that shit on purpose. The one people you cannot fuck with is people in the military. You see them videos going around about them vets doing that in the VA hospital.
Take
They
that
can
shit
get the
serious.
fucking. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
They,
take that shit serious.
don't nobody take this country more serious
Mm-mm.
than the motherfuckers that serve to
Mhm.
honor,
Right.
protect, and to die for this country. They take their oath very well. Like
Yeah.
take it very well.
Yeah.
They take it to heart. they take it to heart. And it is different when you was forced in there versus when you volunteer. The motherfuckers they want to go. You feel me? Knowing.
Yeah.
Think about all right, I was in high school in 9/11. Think about all the people that signed up for the military, knowing we was going to war, wanted that shit. You feel
Yep.
me?
Right.
Yep.
Do you think they give a fuck about if they don't agree with him? They don't care. In the military, the pettiest people in this country.
Yep.
They're the pettiest. Pettiest because, not in a bad way though. You feel me? They gonna stand on business.
Yep.
They might look out of order, but they probably sent them motherfuckers out there.
Yep.
They
That's why I
knew
said,
exactly what they were doing.
Yeah,
They knew
I mean-
exactly what they were doing.
I mean,
that was clear. That was clear.
yeah. I mean, I was watching that tank, right? There's a tank there.
Making all that squeaking sound.
Right. I said, what's up with this old 1942 ass tank?
Q, thank you. I was telling people, they use that tank since like World War II.
Right.
That was Sherman tank.
Right.
They don't use that shit.
Okay.
That motherfucker took the artifacts from the war museum.
You know what I think it
and
was?
put them on display.
You know what I think that was? I don't even think it's a real tank. I think it was a vehicle. They put the kid on top.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah.
Sherman tank. They used
I
that
was
shit
like-
since World War II.
Right.
I was like, what the hell? What are the Abrams saying? Where the freaking Bradleys? What the? When I seen, I said, oh,
Yeah.
hell no.
Yeah. I started laughing. I said, you know what? And I hope these world leaders are taking note of all of this shit because
They are, like
they're
Mike
gonna,
said, they are.
yeah,
Like Mike
they're
said.
gonna see how much of a joke we really are with this fucking president in office because he's trying to get everybody killed. You know what I'm saying? But
He's an idiot.
yeah, he's an idiot. He's a fucking grifter. Okay, he's a fucking grifter.
And let me tell
I,
you
A
about
big con man.
and let me tell you about Q. If Q says what
Con
he's
man.
saying, it's legit. Cause Q don't usually get into the political because they get
right,
emotional.
right. I don't.
When Q get like this, because I ain't never seen Q go off like this. And what? How long? How many years I've known you now?
You
I've
know me
never
like
seen
a
you.
while.
I've never seen you get like.
Yeah, because I got tired. I got tired of certain people
Yeah,
like that kid. You know Ma. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah,
He's a Giants fan. He's always chiming in on Giants posts, right? Don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He just wants to be a part of this shit, right? And then he's one of them dudes that like, I got to be a part of something because I don't feel like I'm somebody if I'm not a part of something. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah.
And he can, and when I was posting facts on my page about certain things, like
We're gonna talk about that right now, actually, because
yeah,
Coco's about to bring that up. Because I
yeah.
know what you're gonna talk about.
Go
Ready,
ahead,
Coco?
Coco.
Can you hear us?
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill you. Okay, what we doing? What we doing? Because I told you I was breaking
We
up.
might
My thing
talk
was
about the war,
freezing.
and that's what Q about to get to.
Huh?
The war.
No, what was just said? I told you everybody was breaking up. I was missing some of the. I don't.
Oh.
I'm having
Now
some
Q
technical
Q was about
difficulties.
to get into what we was getting ready to get into about war and stuff like that.
Oh.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
told him a whole lot
So
of stuff. I was about to mention that.
so some of the recent headlines we've seen a lot of talks about war, especially in particularly the Iran versus Israel war, right? So what is his name? I sent it to somebody. Well,
Which one?
pretty much he sent a threat. Pretty much like,
Oh,
yeah,
the
y'all can
guy.
miss it over
Yeah.
here, but we
Supreme
want the
leader.
U.S. up. Y'all can go because I'm
Supreme
breaking
leader
up.
over there.
And so pretty
The
much
su-
him going to war, World War III, Civil War, all of that stuff. Because in my personal opinion, I feel like a civil war is brewing. Contrary to the popular opinion, unpopular opinion, I think there's a civil war brewing. So I'm gonna just incorporate that with the immigration as well because I feel like that's also on the brink of that. But I also feel like if a war break out right now, what nobody's paying attention to, they're not talking about okay, you come here, yeah, you throw missiles at us. Oh, we coming for the U.S. They're ready to bring war to us. So I don't know how many ways. I don't mean no harm. I ain't the type of person. I ain't gonna keep thinking a person bluffing, especially when we threatening them. So you guys go.
All right, let's
Okay.
be
They
clear.
already got people over here. That's all I'm gonna say. They already
So
got people over here. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm through.
yeah, so
You
let's
know
be
what?
clear.
You
No,
know
go ahead,
what?
man.
The problem is people really don't know what it's like to be in war. I definitely don't know what it's like, and I'm not gonna front like I know because I never joined the military. Although I had the opportunity to when I graduated high school, my father said no. You're gonna go to college first, and then if you want to go to the military, then you should do that. Then like life is life in. I changed my mind at that time after I graduated, and by that time I was like, I want to just live life. I was done with institutional bullshit.
Yeah.
Now, what people don't realize, they think that America's just gonna go over there and blow shit up and it's gonna be all over. I'm like, no. One thing they don't count on, Americans are stupid when it comes to weaponry, what other technologies they have. America's way behind in technology, first and foremost. There's a thing called an EMP, and I've read a lot about that shit. All it takes is about 3 EMPs that takes out the electrical system, and this whole country is in darkness, probably for days, probably for weeks, probably months, maybe even years. And when darkness descends upon us, then you're going to really see the chaos. Everybody's going to start clicking up. Everybody's going to go robbing. It's going to because it's going to be total anarchy at that point. The United States, the people, the government will not be able to control the people at that point because guess what? It's anarchy. People are going to be starving. Some people are going to be dying. If you're hooked into a machine, that's needed for you to breathe to survive. If an EMP hits the electrical grid and you're on that grid, guess what? Your ass is gone. Period. And it's just going to be terrible. And this guy here, I swear, whoever voted this guy in, I you know what? I ended up unfriending people and then bringing them back because I want to hear their bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep them around, just to see if they want to talk some real sense or bring real facts to life. 9 times out of 10, they don't even bring facts. I'm like, where the fuck did you get your facts from?
Yeah. Somebody want to go next? Oh, Mike, my bad. My bad.
Okay, so let's.
Around,
So
yo.
I can when I sit on panels like this, I realize like I'm the only one that ever worked closely with the military. Um, so let's be clear about how we won't even step foot in Iran. We don't have to. We already took over Syria. We can fly drones from Syria to them. Iran is also landlocked and don't have a navy nor an air force. They have no flying capabilities. When it comes to invading the United States, you cannot cause an electrical outing because majority of our stuff are worked and incorporated with this thing called PoE, which is called Power over Ethernet. So
Right.
every machine that you've ever been hooked up to, your PlayStation, the whole 9 yards, right? If you have a network connected, if they don't take out our network within itself, which they can't, then you will worry about power. Now, let's talk military strength. So let's talk about the new stealth bomber they created, the new silent drones they created, and we live in Maryland, so Lockheed Martin makes everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so from the airplanes that crash and shit and burn, we make everything here. Northrop Grumman is responsible for every electrical resistant equipment that's ever tested in the army, and then after that, it's shipped into the public. That's why walkie-talkies they had them way before we had them. Now let's talk about missile reach. There's only one missile that ever even came close to the United States soil, and then that soil was only Hawaii, and that was North Korea. So at this point, all we're doing is we're just going to see what's going to happen. Now, here we've already proven that we can actually pinpoint high officials and make successful drone drops and kill them, hence what Obama did. And everybody tends to overlook about what Obama did during wartime. For some odd reason, black people get lost and be like, oh, Obama killed more people. Okay, Obama killed way more people. The only death he regretted later on was Gaddafi. But that's after they destabilized Liberia. So when we talk about weaponry, our reach around the world, our Navy's already outside. We have allies in Saudi Arabia. We already took over Syria that we can literally just fly drones in and out every day. The problem I have with this president is that we wasn't supposed to be involved in that bullshit. Henry Kissinger warned Richard Nixon that Ronald Reagan, that if we would go into the Middle East, we would never be able to come out of it. Right? We was almost out of it once there's nobody left in Afghanistan, even though most military citizens and people who work for the government in the Middle East is in Iraq now. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they got to be, and in Kuwait, because that's what we work at. We work in Kuwait, we work in Iraq. If anybody that's looking for a job in IT, I can send you overseas to make some money right now.
You know, though, Mike, war is necessary because
War's
other
always
countries
necessary.
make money off of it.
Yeah.
That's
Correct.
why, regardless of what president, because it's just the level of war that we are in at the time. You feel me? Like, considering they always fighting, you just get
Always.
to see a lot of it more.
Well,
And war has been, the tale of time from whatever they fight over territory
religion,
and
beliefs, a
rights
whole bunch of
and
stuff. Yeah.
yeah, like they fighting for everything
But
now.
but what I'm telling people is look at the Geneva Code, right? During the League of Nations, that we agree that whatever country we blow up, we have to go and fix.
Right.
That's why I'm never against war because I go get paid. You know what I'm saying? They blow up another country. I'm gonna have a federal contract. I'm gonna go over there and give me some more money.
Do y'all remember Anwar Sadat, Menachem
Yeah.
Begin,
I remember.
Yeah.
and
But
Yep.
Yasser
Yeah. I
Arafat?
remember them.
hold on, but before you
Yep.
go, Paul, we got 30 minutes, y'all, so we're gonna have to speed up the topics and everything. But go ahead, Paul. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I'm watching
Okay, so
shit. Yeah,
didn't they come together? Wasn't they a Palestinian, Egyptian, and a Israeli?
really. Yep,
Hmm. Yep.
all three.
Okay, so didn't they come together in peace back then? Them
Yep,
three?
yep,
Hmm.
sure
Yep.
did.
Okay,
And got
okay.
they killed
So go
Saddam.
ahead, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. We back now. Go ahead.
I
I just
think
want to throw that in there.
I put it
Can I
this
can
way.
I ask a quick question?
Yeah,
Um, I'm listening, and I feel like Mike, I understand where you're coming from, and predominantly because you're in IT, I feel like that's the IT perspective. But with Bosco being a vet who actually had been in some things, I think that perspective may be a little different. So I kind of wanted to get his insight as a person who um has participated in war and who understand what it's like from a soldier standpoint. Like, I thought that would be. I think that's interesting for like people to hear.
yeah. Well, a lot of people say they want to fight, but when you get over there, all that because before we went over there, we had guys like before we even knew we was going there. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. As soon as they say, pack it up, we leaving out 5 o'clock tomorrow. Well, 1700 tomorrow night. The same ones who had that energy, they look like they was ready to run out the door. When we got on the plane, these guys were literally crying like babies, crying. We had to say, "Yo, chill, chill." What do you mean I make it back? We like you ain't gonna make it back if that's the way you thinking. And some of those same guys who said that shit, they didn't come back alive. But once we got there, and I gotta admit, even with me myself, I'm not cool with war because I think America's been in war for 260 years. We've been in war since we've been America, and we seem to be the police. We get in shit that we didn't even be in
Yep.
Vietnam.
Yeah.
Yep.
We talk so much, and I'm talking about every president. Every
Mhm.
president talks about we gotta protect America. We gotta protect America, but we go here, there. Look. Okay, George Santayana said, "Was it those who don't remember those who don't remember the past are condemned to repeat it?"
Yep.
I'm saying that to say this. We could say all day long, "Oh, we're gonna go in Iran and do this." We still fighting. We still over in Afghanistan and Iraq.
Hmm.
23 years. We still there. We're supposed to what? Get in and get out.
Get out.
We can't get out. Why? Those guys, they might hit us this way, but like we always say, they have sleeper cells here.
Hmm.
They don't care. Me and you, Coco, talked about it. Those families get taken care of. You strap this to this, I make sure your family ain't got to worry about nothing the rest of their lives. Because those guys
Yeah.
already got money. They might shoot us with missiles, they might do whatever. But we're going to get hit by people on the ground, blowing up, going in buildings, boom, boom, boom. Like, yeah.
How about and remember what that post that I made about the art of war?
Yeah. Yeah, when MA was yakking his mouth, yeah.
Yeah, and people started just going crazy over it. And I was
Yeah.
like, I was telling y'all the truth. You have to know the terrain of things.
Exactly. Q, that's what killed us over there. We got over there. We was in Somalia, and I'm here because I know we got to move the show on. They were built. It was like we was in a freaking city, and we're like, oh shit, we didn't expect that. We in the damn city. So like, I was a medic. I was kind of in the back, but I was close enough to be like, I can hear shit. Because we had to go get these niggas and bring them back. And I was at the aid station, and I seen so many dudes come through, like, damn, he messed up. That nigga ain't gonna live. But we was in a city, and it was so hard to figure out, okay, what do we do? Because someone come to your hood, like let's say you was in Parkchester, right? Where were you in the Bronx? Where were you at?
Yeah, Parkchester.
You in Parkchester, so you know Parkchester.
Yep.
I know Gun Hill.
Yep.
I go to Parkchester. I don't know Parkchester that well. I know more Soundview, but I go to Parkchester. You ready for me? Like if you come to, I mean, you know Gun Hill, but you come to Gun Hill.
Yeah.
See, I can't ask me. Now I gotta take you somewhere like freaking Jerome Avenue or some shit. I don't know, but you probably know Jerome Avenue.
I mean, I know the Bronx, but
yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying.
They're ready for you. They know all the corners. They know all the shit. They know all the shit. You like, okay, which way do we go? And once we did get to the desert, the terrain, you're like, damn, dude. But these guys out there, they ain't got no helmets on and shit. They just got the freaking burkas on and shit. The damn, like they G up, and they out there like in your face. Like, next subject. I don't like war. Sometimes war is necessary, but we get in too much shit that we don't need to be in.
Yeah.
And we don't need to be in this shit. This is not our problem.
Yeah, that's right. That's Israel's problem. They're the ones that started it. They're the ones that can finish it.
Everything.
No, I like the different perspectives. I totally get where Mike is coming from, and I mean, because they kind of go hand in hand. That's what I kind of do like that. You guys can give those two different views on something, especially when it comes to topics like that. So I think it's because they're both extremely important. Secondly, the next topic, you want to go into that one because it kind of you want to roll. Well, he coughing up a lung.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Okay. I'm good. What we're gonna talk about is Trump, but he's saying, you know how he wanted to get rid of everybody. Now he want to bring back the people for hotels, agriculture, and I forgot there's one more thing he wanted. What do y'all think about that? After he said he wanted to get rid of farming,
like hotels. It was hotels, agriculture, and
agriculture, farming. No, that's farming. Hotels, agriculture, and I think it was just restaurants. I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he realized the U.S. citizens ain't going for that, underpay and working all that. We try and get on that level where, we can take a nap at work because they encourage you to do that.
Yep.
I think a lot of their businesses are starting to plummet because backtracking on the immigrants now, right? Oh, we got to keep some immigrants over here right now. Yeah, because ain't nobody getting that damn work done. You keep opening your big ass mouth of yours, and then you got to backtrack.
Yeah, I think that's sloppy work. That's sloppy.
Part of it too is that he's at the end of the day, a businessman was elected to be president, so he has businesses, he has different things, and he's associated with other people who have businesses as well. So their businesses are being affected by his impulsive decisions, and they're feeling it.
Let me rephrase that. He's a bad businessman.
Right. Man already told you he was a grifter. He's a grifter.
He can't be too bad because he became a billionaire. I know he ain't heard
You know how he became a billionaire? His father's money. Okay.
Yeah,
but he still owes a lot of money, though.
That's right.
Yeah.
He owes a lot of money.
Man.
In those statuses, they know how to work the system where either they can do bankruptcy, they can do different things. Just look how many businesses always having a reopening or bankruptcy sale and all that. Certain things.
Once this shit went down, it ain't had no reopening.
Show me.
But the irony about the whole situation is, remember all those people who kept saying for the past I don't know how many years, they're coming over here and taking our jobs. They're taking our jobs. Okay. He took them off the jobs. But the same ones who said they're coming over here taking our jobs, they weren't filling them.
Right.
Remember? They weren't filling them. So I don't want. Well, let me tell you something. All right, next topic. If y'all have anything to say, we go to the next topic.
Oh, y'all got free range. That was it. I just
The,
wanted to get
the,
through everything.
No. Actually, Coco, this is on you now because you told me to remind you.
Yeah.
You want to speak on traveling.
Oh, perfect. Hey guys. Hey.
See how I be looking out for you?
I told you I love you. You just be going off track sometimes.
I'm trying to do the Vogue shit. I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. I vote.
No, I know you just going on. We gonna have to dedicate a gospel but I got you.
Yeah.
So what we were talking about earlier was traveling, right? So
Yeah.
I know most of us up here we keep up with certain things. So the last probably a couple weeks ago I saw something about other countries that were like tariffed, right, from coming to the US. So in turn, what most of us should do, a lot of us like to travel. Oh, we going out to another country. We don't care what's going on. We don't care what's tariff. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna go into these oceans and seas and all of this stuff, and we're gonna live our best life, right? However, do a comparison. Compare this year alone compared to last year. Look at the cost of the vacation that you want to go on, or if you were to go last year, or that vacation you took last year, what is it going to cost you this year? Also, among those countries, mind you, there were already countries who already were like banning that we couldn't come over there. They don't want us there, right?
Yeah.
So some of those countries in return also like we don't want them there, or they're going to tax you.
Yeah.
Meaning, let's say if you had like a $2,000 trip vacation, that $2,000 vacation can triple in cost today.
Yep.
Right? So then when you get there, it's important to understand, do they take your money? Because a lot of places don't want the American dollar or anything like that. So some of them only want digital currency or a card. So be mindful of that. Also, when you get there, be
Tell me the
mindful
situation.
because
Tell
you're
me what you went through so people get a clear
Oh,
understanding.
okay. More
Yeah.
so recently, even before Trump went in office, even in Puerto Rico. I went to Puerto Rico, and everywhere we went, they would not take money. They only wanted a card. So even like a friend of mine who I went with, she had cash. And she all thinking, oh, we in the casino, we gonna da 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 da, boom, 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 boom. Everywhere we went, they was like, no, mommy. No.
Yeah.
That part, they straight put that little. So it's be mindful. Make sure you research where you're going. Also, keep in mind the state of the world today. All you have to be is an American, even though if you don't agree with the policies and everything that's going on. When you go to these places, they're going to tax you because you're American. Your price ain't their price, and even that price that would have been theirs or cheaper, they're
Yeah.
going to cost you a lot. So I know we all want to vacation and travel, but make sure you're mindful. Plus, if all of us up here keep up with the news, and I know most of you who watch do too, a lot of Americans are coming up missing, traveling, getting stuck at the airports,
Yep.
getting lost in these countries and cabanas and resorts and all of this stuff. Why? Because you are American and they don't like what's going on, how our country is doing their people, and a lot of things that's going on. Think about the most frequent places that most Americans travel are the countries that y'all president has tariffed. So
Y'all
when
president.
you think about that
No
next trip
president.
you want to go on, please do your research. Please, please, please. I'm not saying don't go, but make sure you are knowledgeable of where you're going and how they feel about you
Yep.
as an American, not a black person, not a white person, but as an American. And they're going to know you're American. Soon as you be like, hey, y'all.
all
Yeah.
I want to say is Donald Trump is a coon, buffoon, and every decision that he has been making is an embarrassment to our country. Um, yeah, he's
Look,
a coon. He's a freaking coon booger.
This nigga.
look. This dude. Okay, I don't give this president any credit at all. First of all, this motherfucker wears diapers.
Right.
Okay,
And if you don't know, now you know.
now you
He
know.
does.
And now he has a catheter.
Y'all better recognize.
You know
Real
this
shit.
man medical
He
history. This
does.
is the third
You can
medical
look.
claim that you done told
Look,
me. That's a violation of HIPAA,
look.
allegedly.
He's been wearing a diaper
Allegedly.
for quite a while. You just
Yes.
had to look. Yes, he's been wearing a diaper
This
for a
dude,
while.
Send
this
it to
dude
me
be
in the
signing,
briefcase.
this dude be signing treaties with boo boo on his fingers.
Mm,
Okay,
uh, 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 uh,
how you gonna promote world peace and you got Dookie on your fingers?
Hey,
Answer me that, man.
you know what? My thing, man, I can't give him no credit either. I mean, he has done some things, but the bottom line is he wants to go to war. He wants to
Yeah,
be a dictator. He wants to rule the world.
yeah.
Period. He knows they, like I said, they got their bunkers and everything, and you know, and oh, I know what I wanted to touch on, Coco, because we talked about that earlier. How in Virginia, and this goes to the Black Trump supporters who's watching, whether you're male and female. They want
Damn,
to
where
see.
Mike go?
He knew we was already talking
I told you. I'm about to call you
about
Taser.
Donald Trump
Look,
ass.
they put something in Virginia, and I told Coco about it, where the doctor can refuse you care if you're a Democrat or if you're LGBTQ or
Yeah, I heard
anything
about
like
that.
that.
They
And
changed a lot of
First
the
of all,
questions.
how the fuck
Yeah.
you
but
gonna
guess
know
who?
what I
But
asked?
listen, guess who was laughing like it was funny? Black people,
Hmm.
Black Trump supporters.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because they don't realize how real it is
They
until
don't.
you go. The one thing I think it was a Jew or Jew. I think I probably told both of y'all.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah,
even
you
in
told us.
different
Yeah, both of them.
applications and certain things,
Mhm.
that questionnaire is imperative for a reason. They changed it and formatted. So even with the what is it, DI and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
So when you fill out that now mandatory page that tells your race, your gender, and all of that stuff. So even though they took off like non-gender and what
yeah.
is it? I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anybody. So because I don't know,
Non-binary.
but
Not
non-binary and all of those things, or what's your preference?
Mhm.
That's gone. But a lot of things on that is definitely for a reason, and they do use that
Yeah.
into what they approve you for or qualify you for, and a lot of things like that. So I mean, just be mindful, and even when you like we named a lot of like the trustful channels and world news and all of that stuff.
BBC.
They've been talking about all of that in the sessions, and they definitely use that. And he actually, your president went public and stated,
Who's president?
yours, what?
Shit. I was,
Y'all, your president.
I was hoping that the parade they didn't miss.
He's
Uh,
we
Who went to sleep at, who
talked about
goes to sleep at the parade? Who goes to sleep at their
no,
own parade?
but
exactly.
He was the only
but
one that stood up and saluted the parade by himself. Nobody else stood up with him or nothing. He
And
stood up alone. He went to sleep.
didn't realize they wasn't
yeah,
walking in step. Like you supposed to be the
Like,
commander. You supposed to notice that shit.
yeah,
man,
Okay.
but he actually
like T
announced when he was
said,
letting people go
What up,
that they
Lamont?
were going to use that as a part of the hiring process.
Oh yeah,
That they
definitely.
didn't want people hired. Like all of that EEOC, that shit is
Yeah,
not even a
He
yeah.
wanted to be like Ken Jungle so bad.
yeah.
That's what
He
he
Yeah,
does.
wanted.
He
this is what
does.
I didn't understand. This is what I didn't understand. Okay, when he did the oath,
Yeah.
right? You know, I state your name. I would have been like, I state your name. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
I said, why are we redoing the oath that's already been done?
Right.
That's that that
Because
that, that that's like I understand people get married and then they renew their vows and they have
Yeah.
this big ceremony and all that bullshit, which is unnecessary because you already renewed your vows when you got married. That's why you
this
stay married.
You renew your vows when you get
You
in the
know
bed.
why, Q? You know why, Q?
Why not?
Because that was the day he declared himself as the
The
king.
king.
Like Kang,
The
The
king.
king.
Kang,
The
Kang
That
king.
was the
Trump
day he
Oh,
with a
declared himself
can
as
I
the
say one
host on.
king.
more thing?
Yo.
And
What
then
up?
I want because I know we talked about this earlier, but I did want to bring it up. Speaking of the King's Day thing, um, when we were talking about the military and the parade, I kind of got sidetracked and because I was having technical issues, and I wanted to bring it up while Mike was up here.
Mm.
I I think it was Quentin when you were talking.
Mhm.
And I wanted to think of what I thought about was you remember like I watched like ancient medieval times like
Yeah.
movies and shows and all of that stuff. So you know how like the kings, their army was their power. And
Yeah,
they would parade their army in front of their enemies or to other ones when they
yeah.
wanted to take their army or unite to become
Show
more
power.
powerful. Like
Yeah.
say, hey, we were king
Kim
because
Jong Un.
Kim
right,
Jong
because
Un.
I
Yeah.
had
Kim
these
Jong
people.
Un.
So what I related that parade to
Mhm.
was that because he
Yeah.
want to be in dictatorship. So
Show
what does
power.
a dictator do? They show their army, they show their soldiers,
Yeah.
and that's what that was. Even though that pretty much to say this ain't all of them, but this what we got. We
Yeah.
got tanks, we got this, and messed them whole streets in DC up with them damn tanks.
But
But
Coco, I don't know
I
if you
digress.
heard. Yeah, I don't know if you heard what we said, but
I didn't.
you was on. He had the
No, I was having
1940.
difficulty. I'm
He had
sorry.
the World War II tanks.
Hmm. And they was squeaking. They was
It's
squeaking. Them
crazy.
motherfuckers needed WD-40. Like I don't know.
That's why. That's cute. That's why I don't think they were tanks. I think they had vehicles
Right,
and they put
right.
kits on top of them.
I thought there was a
Yeah.
bicycle that
Them
with a
things are
cord.
like,
You know how you stick a cord
like
in the
what the
spoke and shit.
hell?
You remember how you
Yeah.
take a bike and you take a cord in the spoke to make it sound
Yeah,
like it's got an engine? That's what it sounded like. I'm like, what the hell is this?
He
and
didn't care about that. He cared about the presence. And
but
Right.
you
I
know what,
think that's
Coco?
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah,
No,
but
I
see,
mean
Anybody,
he wanted the
any
yeah,
He
anybody
didn't
with
give a
common sense,
damn.
yeah, anybody with common sense know that we have far more better weaponized than what he presented right there as being paraded.
Right.
he went and got the damn old. He went and got the junk from the redneck's yard, from the freaking
Man,
Because
junkyard.
first of
because they knew
all,
that nobody gonna show up for that stuff, man. We not. I keep telling y'all, we not participating. Nobody's participating in this bullshit with you.
y'all,
Even your
y'all
own colleagues in the Republican Party starting to break away from that shit. They better break away from it if they want to keep their ass in that Senate because come
That's right.
election time, y'all ass gonna be up out of there.
Oh,
Y'all
they
keep on
tired.
playing this
Oh, people.
bullshit.
Hey, Paul. People tired
listen,
now. People tired now.
listen,
Yeah.
listen. I don't know what the fuck we expected. It is Donald Trump. That nigga sat up there with his face squished up, smelling himself.
Literally.
That motherfucker was up there. He was like, I wanna have a parade. I wanna have a parade. It's gonna be
You ever
huge.
notice, Jude? You ever notice, Jude? Like people that stand next to him, they stand away from him. You ever notice that? Cause they smell
Yeah.
shit. Cause that dude be duping in his pants.
Because he's full of shit.
That dude be
Yeah, you
stinking in
feel
his
me? Full
pants.
of it.
That dude be signing treaties,
Full of it.
farting and shit.
Hold up. Time out.
no, you know, because he's saying he wear
He did
Pampers.
that shit
Hold on.
because he can.
Hold on. Time out. Hold on. Time out, y'all. Coco want me to take the lead of the show. We start to turn to the comedy hour in this bitch.
Yeah, man, fuck him. I'm sorry. You know, but that is not for the Coco.
Now you,
But for
now
real,
you
that
straight.
nigga, he's an asshole. He make us look like a
Hey,
fucking joke.
I
But
want to
You
ask
gotta
his
fix
son.
the disclaimer.
I want to ask
You
his
gotta fix
son.
the
Oh,
disclaimer.
we ain't got about 8 minutes
I,
left, so
I want to ask his son. Does he play pull my finger with his dad?
listen, hear me
Hold on,
out.
no,
Hear
no, no,
me
no.
out.
Hold on, pause. Can y'all just riddle me this? At the beginning of the show, what did I say? Did y'all notice how Bosco waited until 9:52 to say I'm gonna take over the show?
Yeah, and she already told us, Bosco, this was the free range right here. We already
Right.
took the free range. Listen. Listen.
Yeah, sure.
That stupid motherfucker at the same time made everybody
Yes,
else
man.
that feel like they sick as shit be sick as shit, including America. While the other countries is mad is because everybody that has, power been taking over places like fucking Africa. Everybody fighting back now. Everybody who's sick of shit because this motherfucker here then decided to start doing some bullshit. Everybody want a dictatorship. Everybody want, even fucking Puerto Rico. They really fucking sick of
they
us. They
sick of
want to
it.
be completely separated.
Puerto
Everybody.
Rico sick of that shit.
So as much as you feel me, he may be an asshole and stupid. That dummy Make everybody wake up and realize, you know what, you right. We don't even need you motherfuckers. We don't need none of y'all. That's why Israel on that bullshit right now. Because
Yep.
of motherfuckers like him. Stupid
Yeah.
motherfucker. You.
So this what we gonna do moving forward, which I think is a good idea.
Oh my
Next
goddamn
week
name,
it's gonna
man.
be whatever come out your mouth is what we gonna talk about.
Oh, it's gonna be ratchet next week then.
Oh man.
Oh, all right.
You sure you want to do that, Coco?
I gotta put my
Yes, I
brains
am.
in.
Boy,
You sure you
it's
want to do that?
it's about to be comedy hour. 2
Yes,
hours
I'm
You want to do
ready.
that? I might have to smoke me a little before we start that show then.
I'm
Kings and
just
queens of
smoking
comedy.
doing.
I'm gonna say
Listen,
it
I'm
today,
telling
but I
you.
swear you all the
But you know, we do need a show where we can just talk about shit and we
Yeah.
just put the disclaimer at the beginning of the show, like
Nope, ain't no
disclaimer,
disclaimer. It is what it is. That's how we
shit
gonna carry
going
it.
down. So if you get offended by shit,
Well, I'm gonna put the disclaimer. Well, we gonna have Rich put the disclaimer up in the beginning. And listen, I'm gonna sit back and let y'all go. That's
but you
all
know,
I'm
You
saying.
know,
on some serious stuff, I think, and we said this on the show previously. I think a lot of his supporters already have voters remorse,
Yeah.
yeah, they
but they're
do.
not going to come out and say it because they got
They
too much
are.
pride. You know what I mean? They because they know we're going to be in their face like, we tried to tell you.
Yeah.
They having voters remorse already. Because I bet you that next election, because you know he's going to try to run because he already tried to get the thing switched over where he don't have to get out of office and shit. But
Yeah.
That's because he don't wanna be charged with them damn crimes.
he don't want to go to prison.
That part.
He don't
He
wanna
don't
That
go
want to
to
go
part.
to
jail.
prison. He
That
don't want to
part.
go to prison because once he get out of office, it's fair game
It's,
after that.
Yep.
it's back
It's
on
the
because you
midterm
stand
gonna
up
change
in
anyway.
prison.
Trump, if they
Midterm
can
gonna
remove a
change
woman
anything anyway.
off of life support and make her have a baby and then murder
Mm-hmm.
after, they can take you out of the office and send your ass to
You see what he's
jail.
trying to do with
You
child support now,
goddamn
right?
criminal.
You see he's trying to do with child support now, right? Saying you have
Snake.
to put the guy, the father on child support to keep
I
your
thought you
Medicaid.
said Donald Trump was on
To
child
keep
support.
what?
I'm about to say, who the fuck
No.
is he getting
Say
Which
that
pregnant?
I
last
think is
part again. I'm sorry.
he's making it to where for you to keep your Medicaid, you got to put the father on child support.
Oh yeah, that's been being done, but
That's
it's
been a
being
thing.
enforced. It's not even just Medicaid. That's
Yeah.
been one of the guidelines here in Maryland. But however, in order to keep any of your benefits, like if your family that's getting whether it's Medicaid, SNAP, cash assistance, you have to be in child support compliance. There's no more escaping that or
Okay,
anything like
let me
that.
ask
You
about
have
that.
to,
Let me ask you
and
about
they
that.
check it.
What if you don't know what a father is? Do
They
she
don't give a
still get
fuck.
her shit taken from her?
Yes.
That's messed up.
You have to go to child support. Even if you got somewhere,
Yeah,
make up. You go what I'm saying.
yeah.
You got to put something down, and you have to go through what did it say? Like this is da 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 da. In order, you have to be in child support compliant, whereas though you have filed, and it's in the system that you file for child support to keep your benefits.
Dang,
Like when
dang.
I say a lot of the stipulations, that's why when I say um let me rephrase that. That's why when we have conversations and it's spoken about, we talk about how with over the last couple of months, so many like resources for like
Yeah.
families in like poverty or low income brackets are heavily affected because the protocols have changed. The
Mhm.
resources are dwindled as far as like funds and what they help with. So
Oh
even
yeah.
with all of these changes, you're still not getting what you're used to getting, or it's like a cap. I
Right.
know, like here, there's a cap. Like if you had like benefits for so often, you got to go to like all of these different like activity programs and things like that. Then even still with that program, you can still max out.
Yeah. That's crazy. But anyway, you know what? Trump could eat one. Get that
This
guy.
man, he done banned 36 African countries from coming to the U.S. Ain't that what he just did?
Yep.
Hmm.
I think it's up to 36 now because he just did. He just
Yeah.
added 12 more, so it's somewhere around there, man. He did
I
that
ain't
on
paying
purpose.
attention to his ass.
But
He
I
don't,
was,
he want the black folks not to be coming to the country because he said he got, hey, we having enough trouble with the Negroes we got here now. We don't need no more of y'all. We want y'all Mexican folks up out of here. The ones that's illegal, we want y'all up out of here.
But Nosy
Cause you ain't hear no more about no gang members now.
Nosy ain't sick yet because he done sent the wrong people out of it. Nosy ain't they ain't say nothing about banning
More
people from.
Americans got deported than illegals.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you ain't hear. And I guess all the gang members go now because now you taking American citizens that you saying are illegals and you're knocking down people. And I'm telling you,
Holy
boy.
shit, y'all let me. Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all let me forget. What y'all about to do? Y'all want to go live? Because I meant to ask y'all
I
how
don't care.
y'all felt about um about
Doom, about
about
boom,
the
about
Latino community mad at us for
boom.
line dancing and not
You said,
helping them out.
you said what?
You know the Latino community, the illegal. Now, let me rephrase that: the illegal immigrants, they're upset with the black
Why don't we
population.
see if Rich Let's go stay a few more minutes then?
He not
Yeah.
he. I don't know. Y'all ask him.
Just
But
like two.
hey,
Oh, I
Rich, can we
got.
get like 5 more minutes, man? 10 more minutes?
You know you ain't gonna say that in no fucking five. I mean, in no
I
5 minutes.
just said it.
We
Look.
gonna talk about that in 5 minutes.
This all I got to say.
I
This
can
all
say
I
it
got
quick.
to
Mine
say.
won't take but 30 seconds.
I feel the same way I felt when Africa thought we was fucking playing with them. Um, the same way I don't want to say the words because I'd already cussed the president out.
All did.
But y'all
Whoever
know
that
how
guy
y'all. If you know me, you know how I feel. Fuck them.
Here's my 30 seconds.
We always getting blamed. Damn if we do, damn if we don't. That's it.
Here's my 30 seconds. It won't only take 30 seconds. We're going to sit this one out. Y'all got that. God bless you. Whatever
I
y'all
think
do, what's that shit they do? Santa Maria? What's that shit they do? The
no,
Santa Maria?
not only that.
Santeria. That's what it is. Just do some Santeria and shit. Y'all got this.
Mm-hmm.
And not
Pablo
only that,
Escobar.
just to take it a step deeper, and I know everybody can go up about this Black Lives Matter thing. However, when things were happening in the world and we were protesting about how we were being treated, we were called thugs. We were called privilege. We were called
Mm-hmm.
so many different names, and it was like, wow, they so important. It's all about everybody's lives, right?
Yep.
But however, just think about it. When Asians were protesting, they got all of these laws and everything put in place. They not standing up either. Why is it that when everybody back is against the wall and they have all of these like legality issues and they want to protest, when they want to start doing some fucked up shit, they want to call on us to be in an uproar. So we got to put our lives on the line. But when we was fighting for our community,
Mm-hmm.
were y'all there? Or were we
No,
being called names? You feel
that's
me?
because
I
that's
look at it.
because that's because they recognize the strength of black people
Mm-hmm.
in this
Exactly.
country, and they were like, especially women, like white women. They were like, well, hey, they'll fight for us. They'll fight for us because they're strong. They'll stand on the front line while we reap all the benefits.
Hmm.
And I'm not about to fight for no Latinos. They call me, Mayate,
Yep.
and you know what I'm saying. I'm not about to do that. If
Not to mention, none of our protests were ever been able to be as peaceful as any of these goddamn protests that they are having. They
That's
use
right,
it as an excuse for us to be there to continue to kill us off,
Mm-hmm.
and
right.
then everybody to destroy our protests. Cause I ain't seen that one black person going shooting up a protest when we
Mm-mm.
out there peaceful killing people, all
Nope.
that stuff, man. All them Black Lives Matter things. People went out and did some real heinous stuff. We looted, yes, but we weren't the only ones that looted. You
We were
feel
the
me?
only
But they
one.
use things like that to kill us off. And when I say fuck them, I mean that not for everybody, because
Right.
I do have some Latino people that I
Yeah.
am okay with. My
Hmm.
my thing is, y'all want us to come out and be on the front line, and we're sick of being on the front. They always want us on the front line. We are always the expendable ones on the front line. Everybody else want to be protected, but when they start talking that segregation shit, everybody start colorizing. They
Yep.
not black.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What they,
So
they call themselves white. The
yeah,
Cubans,
so
yeah.
understand this. We are And we pick and choose when we do understand that 'cause we sick of a lot of shit too. And it's about time that everybody feel the shit that we've been feeling forever
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
with being in this damn country.
My last point that I wanted to make was I think it's amusing to me. I find it funny that so many different races right now with the state of the world. We line dancing our little tails off. I'm trying to get the new dance too. I ain't worrying about none of this. But what I find like completely like funny and amusing is that everyone is trying to figure out if we do choose like whose side we want to choose. Like
Whose side we
everybody
gonna
want to go
choose?
whose side we want to choose. That says a lot, and I think that's a powerful message to say, okay, if everybody's calling on us, one, that says how significant we are in this world, period.
Yep.
Yep.
And I don't think a lot of us even I think we understand it, but I don't think we understand the volume of what that is. But it's pretty much like, no, we're gonna fight our own fight. And I think that's the biggest fear, that okay, they're becoming united because they're making a united front to say, hey, we gonna stand back, like we not gonna get in, because usually we be out there. You know what I mean?
We chilling
But I
right
think,
now.
yeah, but I think it's a thing, and I think the fact that we have the world's like wheels turning in their brain about what's going on and all of that other stuff. I think that's a powerful statement. I think that we're making is that we're not as dumb and thugged out as this world tried to portray.
Shout out to my Puerto Rican fam.
Some of us are just not all.
Yeah.
But you know who's the dumbest?
And he want
Yeah.
The
mashallah.
goddamn president. The
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
dumbest. The dumbest as they come.
It ain't even close.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring him back up.
It ain't
I
even
just don't
close.
feel
Let
like,
me tell you,
let me
if you
add to
got
my
people,
statement, and I think most of us are saying I don't think it's the documented who. It's like the illegal immigrant. Like I feel like it's unfortunate for those who have done everything they did. They've been here for years working and be a
Yeah.
law-abiding citizens, right?
Yeah.
And then they're being targeted. I think that's kind of trash.
It
But
is.
for illegal immigrant, I get it. But if
Yeah.
you are here and you're committing crimes and you're doing all this other stuff,
Oh, you
yeah,
gotta
you
go.
get what you get.
You gotta
But
go.
to those who are like law-abiding citizens and just trying to do better and make better,
Mm-hmm.
I do think it's a little messed up.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
that's screwed.
especially
That's screwed up.
when you snatching people that's on their way to court trying to get their stuff done in
Or
the
going to
process of getting stuff
class.
done.
Or going to class or
How do
something
you
like
do
that.
that?
Yeah.
How do you do that? You
Yeah.
stopping them from getting to the court where they trying to get their stuff done. You stopping them, taking them and snatching them. That's the craziest shit. That's
Like
dictatorship
like Miss
shit.
E said, they want martial law. He
Mm-hmm.
wants to see with the classes. It's like you got the high, middle, and the low. He wants to eliminate that middle class. So he
Yep.
got the high class and he got
And
us.
low. Yep.
That's what he
Mm-hmm.
wants. Yep.
But see, they ain't out there shooting them like they be shooting us though.
Yeah, that's
Cause
why I stand with the blacks.
Yeah, but we
out
chilling.
there in Los Angeles, out there with
What you
they was shooting the tear gas. Well, they shot the tear
say?
gas
Who
at
you say?
Bosco over here.
Yep.
With the
They
blacks,
shot
I
they shot
stand with
Bosco
the
with the tear
blacks.
gas down here.
He
Yeah, they
said.
shot me. They shot me with the tear gas. Instead of shooting
Yeah,
tear,
they shot
they shot
Bosco
me
with
Yeah.
with
the
the
tear
tear gas.
gas.
Nah,
So
man, cause it's
Google it. So Google. The nigga
no, go
shot me
ahead.
with
What
the
you
tear
say, Paul?
gas.
What you say,
Huh?
Paul? What,
I said they
Google
shot
the fools
Bosco
up
with
there.
the tear
They
gas
shot
down
me
here.
with the
shot
tear
you with
gas.
the Jesus Christ.
They was
They
like,
shot him
you
with the
stood
tear
there
gas
like
on the
this.
grooves
I'm
down
like,
there.
yo, what's up? It's like, bow.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
Listen,
Don't shot
man.
my damn.
Nah, man. I don't know. I just feel like it's always about what the black people going to do. What the black people. Everybody is fucking
They
worried about the
worried. They don't
black
know what
people.
we're gonna do.
Like,
That's
leave
what's
us the
killing them.
fuck alone. One thing I will say is we more united. You know what we doing? We trying to clean up our own shit
Yeah,
and still have fun and still, be dancing and smiling and all that shit.
yeah,
We trying to clean up our own. That's one thing I can say I do see.
yeah.
The
It's
black
fine.
community trying to come together. Yeah, we still out here killing each other, but everybody is out here killing each other, killing
Mm-hmm.
their own race, killing, other people and shit like that. But nobody is more embarrassing than the goddamn president. Nobody is more, you know,
Hey,
nobody
check this out. We gotta
is
close
more
out.
of a threat than the goddamn president.
Hey,
Nobody is putting us more in danger than the goddamn
hey,
president.
check it.
I'm
We gotta
sorry.
close, but I'm gonna say this before we close. To show how we united as Target.
Mm-hmm.
As Target.
Yep.
They'll tell you that's all you gotta do.
They
As
fucked
Target.
around. They fucked around and
And
they
they
found out.
They found out as Target. So they go to show we got power if we use it. But anyway, let's close the show. Next week, we going all out, y'all. The host said it. Right? We wanted to take back 15 minutes. She said it at like the 150 mark. She said next week we going so it might be comedy hour.
Basco gonna say all he wants
Me
to
and
say.
freaking Q can go. We got some
say.
shit for you.
I ain't saying nothing.
I'm ready.
What he say?
You ain't saying
Shit
nothing.
for you. Anyway,
I ain't saying nothing. I
thank
promise
you for tuning in to Catch a Convo. Watch us every Wednesday from 8 to 10 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Spotify. You listen on Spotify. Thank you for people who's in the chat. We got Lamont. We got that bitch ass J Bear. We had Daytrick in there. We had Miss E in there. Chris behind the boards. We got my man Q. We call it Somatic. Ron's Boogie from Parkchester. We got the King Paul who stays like maybe 5 minutes early at the city. We call him Center City Man, the governor. The mayor. We got her. Okay, now she's there. We got the Jew. that flag froze me for a minute. You got me, and then you got the host, Coco. We are out to next week. Rich, send me that link so I can sing this music. We are out.